Now we are live. How the fuck does that work? I moved. Good afternoon, Dragman. I don't know. My transition's back. Yay. I guess. I would like things to work again when I've done something to make them work. I don't know. I did try to fix it, but when I tested it, it wasn't working. I don't know. Screw me. Whatever. Good afternoon, Dragaman. Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, I had this a bit ago and then it stopped working. Yeah, it just works now. Problem is, I'm not completely pleased with it. Like, the actual work itself is good. I don't like how it just cuts at the beginning and end. Kind of defeats the purpose of a transition. I want it to fade to the other thing. But at some point, it just disappeared. I tried fixing it. Now it's half back again. I didn't think I had it fixed yet, or even working that much. But I guess we're good. I guess in my tests, when I told myself this is broke, it's not working right now, I'll have to devote more time to it later, I guess I brought it back. Huzzah. Don't know why, which means I have no clue how to make it continue working. But we have Dwarf Fortress today, and later, I have a fantastic story for you guys. We have another tale, a tale from the abyss, where I order food, and it goes to the Shadow Realm. But this time it comes back. The food came back from the Shadow Realm this time, and suddenly tried to make itself be my problem. So, I don't know, maybe I was the bad person in the story. I feel like I'm not, but sometimes, you know, whatever I think in my head is completely wrong to everyone else. So later on, we'll go over that when we've got everyone in. We've got the late showers. Well, we will discuss that. Let me make sure my phone is on silent so I don't get bee-boops during the middle of this. At least you didn't almost die of This is true. At least I didn't almost die of hypothermia. Where were we? Last Saturday, due to me not knowing if my technology was going to work, which, by the way, seemed to work wonderfully, so we are going to be streaming Dwarf Fortress today, obviously. I did not do Dwarf Fortress last Saturday due to it being essentially a beta test for settings. Settings. Yes, plural. That's how this works today. Meaning I'm about a weekend out at remembering what the hell I was even doing in this. Should I smooth these walls? I feel like that's the sensible thing to do, is smooth these walls. No. This doesn't exist. This is the outer circle. Yeah, that's just where I was digging down. Okay, that's nothing. We don't need to smooth them because they're not supposed to exist. So we'll ignore that for now. We still have some stones I would like to draw in. We're going to hit resume. If I remember correctly, we are not at war. I mean, correction, we are at war. We're not currently in a siege. We fought off the siege. We have people who were injured and or killed. I think that was all addressed last time. Our defensive bunker worked wonderfully. Nobody got in. I don't know why it jumped me down there. We are slaughtering cows for meat. We have plenty of booze. Our base could still do with a bit more love. But down here, everything got switched out to good stone. Up here, it got switched out so it looks nice. Probably... Can I smooth this, or is this just dirt? I'll probably dig that out. Let's just get that ordered right now. We'll dig this out and replace it with stone so the walls look neat. Because everyone knows that's the most important thing in your forts is, do they look good? Do they look fly? Do they look like they're dwarfy? So yeah, we'll smooth all that, and then these walls right here will get dug out and replaced with stone. Yes, we can go steal the giant animals from the elves again. I think we might want to hold off on that a little bit. We did okay at assaulting the enemy, but if I remember correctly, they have a lot of animals somewhere. Like, the animals that are actually dangerous. We lost 2 people in the return. I don't know what you're talking about. We lost 2 dwarves when they sieged us from a different place when we were returning from stealing from them. So we might want to get our dudes trained up again a little bit, or at least a little bit further than they currently are, since we may expect them to have to defend themselves once they've gotten back. If we switch this over to military, we can see that we got people damn near legendary, and they're legendary fighter and discipline. What I would prefer, though, is wrestling. Wrestling and more skill and armor, since that's what's going to be carrying us through. We don't have the greatest armor, so we're going to need more skill in it to make sure that what we do have isn't being held against us. Which reminds me, armor being held against you and stuff, that new Pathfinder video game, Wrath of the Righteous. Oh, there's so much bad math in it. You can smell the exploits a loading screen away. Even the role-playing aspect of that game, they didn't think some things through, which is kind of humorously bad. Oh my. The latest great thing that I thought was humorous. This was the moral quandary, all right, chat? Stick with me. We got to put ourselves in the mind as if we're the character in the video game. All right, I'm a character in a video game. All right, I am a kineticist. That means I throw fire at my enemies. I'm becoming godlike. I can choose my mythic path. Do I want to be the path of the demon? The path of the devil? Do I want to be the path of the angel? Or do I want to throw it all the way and go path of the edgelord, the lich? Do I want to throw away my life and become a king of the undead masses? Of course I do. Why wouldn't I throw my life away to become a king of the undead masses? So, because I decided to go the path of the lich, which required me to reload and do 20 hours of the game again, because this is what I entertain myself with while the computer's busy encoding, there was a glitch because I'd played from the beginning. Whatever, that's a different story. I went lich, and at some point, the paladins, the knights and paladins that come forth, they have a moral quandary. Tell me, how do you solve this moral quandary? You've got three options. There is a group of people that show up at your door saying, hey, I know you are starting the 5th crusade right now. You are going to take back the land from hell. You're going to push out the demons and reclaim land for the good of all the mortal races. Okay. A group of people show up at your door. They say, hey, I want to work for you. I want to fight the demons. Okay, cool. Two primary choices. The paladins in your army look at these people and they go, those are bad people. I recognize them. They were in the stockade. A lot of them were in stockades. They're like thieves and shit. No, none of them are like hardcore criminals. They're like thieves and shit. That's like the way it's listed. It's not like, oh, these are all the worst murderers. No, they're like thieves and shit, okay? Whatever. Things happen. I don't know all of their stories. Just the words of my paladins are, I've seen them in the prisons before for stealing shit. A lot of these people. Okay. Two choices. One, let them in the army. You get a bunch of free soldiers, but the morale of your entire army goes down a bit because now your paladins and knights and shit are working with criminals and they don't think their cause is as just anymore. Okay. Option 2, reject them. We don't accept prisoners in our crusades to restore the mortal realm. You don't get free soldiers, but morale goes up because you've proven that you have the side of goodness on you. Option 3, only available if you're a lich. Take everyone the paladins say is a criminal, execute them immediately, res their skeletons as fucking skeleton soldiers for your undead army that you get to use because you're a lich. You get free skeleton soldiers, but there is no moral penalty because you've punished the criminals and the paladins are okay with that. What the fuck? The paladins will take a moral hit if you dare to put the criminal scum thieves in an army with them. But the paladins of gods that hate undead, mind you, some of these are paladins of the goddess of death, who she's fine with resurrection, but she hates the undead. Her paladins are like, yo, bro, I'm kind of cool with you just executing, who are in jail. I didn't say they broke out of jail. They have served their time. They have served their time. And the worst it says is they're like thieves and shit. So this dude stole from someone. There's lots of them, but you know, go individual. This dude's perspective is he stole from someone, got caught, went to jail, served his time, then decided to volunteer for the Crusades. Maybe he wanted to bring, you know, good back to his life. Maybe he wanted to work off like the evil karma that he had accrued by being a thief. Maybe he wanted to build something of himself. And he shows up, be like, yo, send me out to fight the demons. Put me in the front row if you want. I want to make something of myself. And what you do is you slaughter him and his friends immediately with no further trial because he was once in jail. And the paladins who hate undead, and you res his friends in front of him as skeletons. And the paladins who supposedly hate undead are going, bravo, don't put them in an army with me. Criminal scum, you shall serve with your blood. What the fuck? How is that a moral quandary? Put him in the army, morale goes down. Don't put him in the army, morale goes up. Kill all the innocent people, put them in the undead army, morale's okay with that. Like, I'm sitting there like, there's no fucking way they thought this through. Now, when you go to talk to these paladins, they'll kind of call you out on it. They'll be huffy. They'll be like, oh, I'm not sure that I want to work under a commander who has clearly accepted the powers of evil. You know, I believe you might be a bit corrupt. Okay. Gameplay doesn't change any number. Doesn't do anything. Oh, okay then. Good luck with, like, phoning it in, basically. Like, oh, I don't like undead. I mean, I'll definitely just serve you, like, with utmost piety. I'll definitely just do whatever the hell you want. But, you know, between you and me, I kind of think you're bad. By the way, can you execute all these criminals who've done their time? They did bad before, and just like a slight bet? Like, what the fuck? Insane gifter. No, but some of the math in that
Chaos
game,
tongue.
some of the math in that game, I'm just like, what the fuck? It's like it's an RPG game, but they didn't put any numbers to the role playing, kind of making the role playing not have a purpose. I'm not doing basalt. Hold on, I've been on one screen for a minute. Where the fuck are my blocks? Don't I have? Is it basalt? Am I just crazy? I guess it is basalt. I could have sworn it was a C word. I guess that's what I get for not doing this for a weekend. Yeah, that's definitely not broken. Not at all. It's just like, you guys gonna let me do this? And one of the very, hold on. And one of the very first things I did is the Lich that gave you like some of the Lich powers. He contacts you and he's like, yo, BT dubs, you wanna get stronger? I've got to train you in Lich ways. So you're gonna build me a place to live. First thing I did was just save up the points and be like, yeah, sure, clear out all the slums, build the fucking undead ziggurat there. You do that. I'm assuming that's gonna come back and bite me in the ass. Maybe. But so far, I guess not. We're fine with this. What the fuck? Better than touching hand-to-hand with filthy crime-ridden peasants. Yes, like, you guys should be furious with me. I just killed these people with no trial, based upon the word of some paladins. I've seen this man once before in jail. He stole something. Did he steal a lot? What is something? He got in trouble for being a thief. Was he stealing apples to feed the kid? You're literally on the border with demons. Like, what did he steal? What was this man's crime that he has served his time for? Whatever, kill them all, get a bunch of skeletons. Fuck it, I guess. And that was just like the latest thing. Like, there are a lot of things where the game's done that so far. And I literally had to sit there and be like, what? Like, I was assuming that being a Lich would be playing an edgelordy character because you basically got to go evil. Like every Lich choice is somehow evil. Okay, so I'm assuming I've just got to do edgelord. Fine with that. I have accepted my lot in life. I was not prepared for all the paladins to be down with my plans. Chaos. And Dragman already asked, but next week. When did Dragman ask? The tile set got updated previously already. Did it get updated again? I'm not tracking. I am on what was at the time when I updated it, the up-to-date one that updated the tile set. There might be a new one. Otherwise, I don't know what the other thing is you're talking about. Dragman already asked, but next week. I was talking to Redu. CJ, I forget the first word. It's the Pathfinder video game. Wrath of the Righteous. Just type in Wrath of the Righteous. That's the video game. It's based upon a Pathfinder adventure path. The shtick to it, Kingmaker, the one previous to this, is you're building a kingdom. Okay, cool, loving it. It had some bugs. It took a long time for them to even put in turn-based mode, which quite frankly is a travesty in my opinion. It's a Pathfinder game. It's supposed to be turn-based. You can't do a spellcaster when everything's live action and going around. You gotta go through every fucking spell book and shit. It's like, what the hell's going on? So, but they fixed that. It's turn-based now. But anyways, this is the sequel, not a direct story sequel, but it's like their next game of the Pathfinder Adventure Path called Wrath of the Righteous. And the idea of it is that you are the chosen one. Ha 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 ha. And you've been blessed by the gods to become not a mere mortal, but you get to become a mythic hero. That's right, you've gained some of the ancient mythic powers that led to godhood. You can go down many different paths, which basically means not only do you level yourself up, but you have an entire secondary like leveling tree to go down of special mythic powers and to make like your other people stronger than normal mere mortals. Okay. Yeah, I know the panda's starving. I thought we were killing the panda. Didn't I already order panda to be killed? All right, cool. Literally, it's just basically supposed to be a power trip fantasy. Okay. Couple of issues with it. Not like a bat against the game, but just to let you understand kind of some weird game isms because of this. All the mythic shit is broken as fuck. They're all supposed to be choices that are above normal Pathfinder rules. You're better than a regular person. But the game still needs to be a challenge. So all the enemies for some reason are just overpowered for what they're supposed to be. Like ridiculously strong. Like kind of weird. So if you don't choose essentially a good build for the mythic shit, like the game's balanced assuming you're going to make yourself broken using mythic paths. So if you don't, you're gonna have a bad time. You're not the only one that gets to do mythic. You're the only one that does primary mythic shit, but all the NPCs that you bring in your entourage, they get all the secondary mythic powers, and you can choose individually for each character. And every single choice that I've found so far has been broken as fuck. Like, we can do an entire conversation about the absurdity of some of these mythic powers. If there was a DM letting me do this shit in a game, I would laugh and joke about this man behind his back. I would not give him the common decency of telling him to his face. I would just joke about him behind his back because of how broken some of this is. I'm just like, this does not make any sense. But the role-playing aspect of it is you're not just a thing called a mythic. What it is it's almost like a warlock from D&D, which is you're going mythic, but you get to choose the path you're going down. Like, kind of what's given you this power? Have you found an ancient relic of an angel? Yes. That means like your mythic resonance has started resonating with an angel. So you can choose at certain points to tap into that angelic power and get super primary main character angel abilities. Start becoming more like an angel. Do you give in to the dark side of the force? You can become a devil. Are you evil, but you recognize that you need rules, that you need to be a tyrant in some cases to bring, peace to the world? Well, then you're going the path of the devil. Are you going mythic, but are you like Robin Hood? Do you steal from the rich and give to the poor? Fuck, rules. Like, why can't everyone just be happy? and peaceful together. That's the path of the Azada. Are you Judge Dredd? Would you take your power and deem everyone through time and space, you get time powers, and become the intergalactic judge to balance everything? Because sometimes even overt good can in fact be bad for the world. That's the power of the Aeons. Do you want to do what I'm doing and go the path of the undead because for some reason that's up there? Lich. Do you want to become a gold dragon? That's up there. Cool. All right. But these all have their own individual abilities and stuff too. So that there's like defining things. If you take the gold dragon route, you end up being able to turn into like a gold dragon. All right. Kick the fuck ass. So I did the edgelord thing, and I went with the thing that makes no sense. Like, unless they have planned ahead, which I don't suspect they have, I'm literally going to be screwing myself by the end of this. And what it is that I do not suspect that they have done, it goes over by one, is I am playing right now as a kineticist. Airbenders. It's the benders from Avatar. You can throw fire, you can throw earth, you can control water, you can control wind. All right, you're an elemental bender. The problem is, it's a warlock. It's a warlock from D&D, but they don't want to get hit by copyright. It's literally what it is. The problem is everything's based upon your constitution. It's your internal fortitude that makes the fire appear and shit like that. If you become undead, you don't have constitution. So I figured the game was going to be borky and broken. I'd go with the stupidest fucking idea I could come up with, and I played a caster whose only stat that they really care about is constitution, and then chose the mythic path whose whole point is to make you not have any constitution because you're dead. So I am probably going to end up being very weak by the time the game is done because I wanted to. Like I said, unless they thought it through and they give you some ability to transfer your stat off of con and onto a different stat, I'm not sure how well that's going to work. So I'm literally doing Lich though. So I summon the undead, I do things like that. Immediately makes me evil and shit like that, which I found hilarious. I realized there was a glitch when I didn't have the option to choose Lich at a certain point in the story. Again, if any of you are going to play it, I'm not trying to spoil anything. At a certain point in the story, you've like freed a town from the demons, and that's when you get your third mythic rank. And this is when you get to like really choose what the hell you're doing. I didn't get to choose Lich the first time because of a glitch that happened at the very beginning of the game when the game was first released, and I played it so soon, I ran into the glitch without knowing it. Kind of a bummer. So I had to redo like last 20 fucking hours. But when I did it though, I ended up choosing the path of the Robin Hood thing, Azadas. And there's this chick with you, and she's like, and as soon as you do it, like you release the Azada energy, and the chick's like, oh, it's so happy and warmth, and I feel purity from you and things like that. Like, cool. Redid the 20 hours, hoping to go Lich. Lich shows up, choose it, and as soon as you do it, that very same chick who's like, oh, I feel so at peace, she's like, I feel cold. I feel cold, and like dread has taken over the land, and my first thought was like, yes, good. Immediately like, good, feel bad. The red pandas were being butchered because they were starving as well. If someone's like, why did you order the red panda to also get killed? It said it was starving. I know. Oh no, it said they were starving too. Yes, good. Boosh. So yeah, I went the path of the Lich, and like it gets its own like really nice. Like I said, they all get their own strong benefits and shit. First thing for going the path of the Lich, you get a butler. Very first thing, as soon as you go the path of the Lich, it's like, okay, choose the form of your now permanent servant. So I went with the undead executioner, who just starts with a bunch of free feats and like two-handed weapons. I'm like, there you go. I got some muscle. You get a unique army. Like I said, they've each got their own differences in how they role play and do stuff like that. But a lot of the mythic powers are broken. And like I said, role-playing wise, I don't think they thought some things through. Like, I really get the idea that they didn't think a lot of things through so far. Which, I mean, the game just released. I guess it kind of makes sense. You're trying to port something over from, you know, something that would just be ad hoc by a DM to something that's literally written in a video game. So I can understand why some things would be, like, overlooked. You know, I'm not holding it against them. I'm not saying the game's bad. Why are all these things starving? Red panda sow is starving. Giant deer. Why are they all starving? Okay, hold on. Apparently the panda has not been butchered yet. You guys were paranoid about the panda. I will go back to the red panda. I will remove their butcher order. Because you guys are like, no, 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 don't do that. No. Save the pandas. 3 across the board for pandas. I'll figure out why they're starving. Wombats, everything else we're good with. These need to be executed. We cannot maintain gigantic pandas. We've been over this. Groundhogs, dogs, cavies. All right, what is starving and why? Are you just not put somewhere? I thought I had this fixed. Take off non-grazing. All right, maybe that's what the issue is. They've not even been put in anything. I will put them in now. Okay? If the red panda is still starving, that's on the red panda. No, look at all the grass there. Pandaranoid. And now in my government, when it comes in, I'm gonna get both games. Because I also hemorrhage money, consume red panda. But no, some of these, if any of you do D&D Pathfinder, D20 games, some of the effects and shit you get are just clearly and unnecessarily broken. All right, there's a person at the beginning of the game, and it gives you, usually with this style of game, at the beginning they give you a choice. Like, are you gonna go good or are you gonna go bad? What type of companions are gonna go with you? And do I have a loose wire? The game didn't stop. That was like the game hitching. I lost the video on both screens, but I kind of heard it. Let's just hope that doesn't happen again. I don't know what that was. That was not even with the streaming PC. That had to have been from the input because I lost it on both. Meaning the video came out of the splitter wrong. Or went to the splitter wrong. I don't know. In Kingmaker, there were 4 companions that you could start with. Law, one was more lawful, one was more chaotic, one was more good, one was more evil. So whatever you role-played as at the beginning of the game during the tutorial, it gave you the 2 people that were closest to whatever you had chosen. This game is only 2. It's like, are you more good or are you more evil? If you go good, you get like some monk dude who's like, oh, radical dude, let's shoot the arrows and save the day. Or you get this spider cat girl who's like, master, as long as you're the strongest, I will work for you. And then she just also heavily implies, she's like, also, by the way, perhaps I want your seed. That's not why I would suggest going with her, but there's another character I was trying to get rid of. I thought it was going to be 4, but she's definitely like unnecessarily slutty. Like she is aggressively in that. There are a couple conversations she has with other NPCs. Like there's a tiefling you get, and for some reason there's a plot point where she's like, oh, your family were tainted by demons. Demons are strong. That means you have strong demon genes in you. I want your demon seed. Maybe we can do it. She literally says this. She goes, we can do a trade. You give me some demon seed, I'll give you a good night. And like the tiefling's like, you need to get away from me right now. No means no. So for like, I bring that up because that's literally for some reason a plot point of hers that keeps coming up, is that she just wants that seed. But I thought it was gonna be too good, too bad, like before. And there's this one paladin chick who I just don't like. I do not like her. And she sided with the dude. So I was like, if I choose the evil chick, I'll get the other evil chick who I did like. If I side with the dude, I get the paladin. So I was like, I'll go with the spider cat girl, get rid of the paladin. No, you're only choosing between those 2 characters. Fucking annoying, because I don't level up the paladin. I leveled her up, but I never use her. I don't like her. But anyways, so I've got this spider cat girl, Archer, in my team who's trying to seduce like every strong male within the closest 2 miles. She just wants that seed. She's super thirsty for that strong seed. Doesn't matter whose, as long as it's strong, and she's not ashamed to show it. She's an archer, so I've got her set up to do like multiple shots. She's got strong attack. I give her the composite bows. She's killing people. One of the first mythic abilities is every time you get a critical hit or you kill someone. And by the way, a critical hit on a composite bow is a ×3. So she's doing like 1d10, 1 to 10 damage plus 16, multiplied by 3 if she crits. So it's 3d10 plus like 48. She wrecks people if she crits. So I put her up to 19 to 20. 10% of the time, she's critting. And if she crits, it hits every enemy within 10 feet of that dude automatically for her weapon damage. How is that not broken? 10% of the time, she does an AoE attack with no extra rolls. No extra rolls. Everyone, so if there's a dude with an AC that you cannot touch and he's next to a weak man, you hit the wingman, the strong dude gets hit. Like, you ignore all of his defenses. So I literally just have her target every round the weakest dude trying to kill him. So there'll be like 20 dudes. She'll kill all 20 in 1 round with 3 shots. She'll go bloop, disintegrated, or killed, super damage. Killed, super damage again. They all get obliterated. Next guy, I've seen her wipe out an entire horde. I'm just like, what the fuck? That was off of 1 mythic ability. I'm just like, what the fuck is even the point of this? That's what she gets. Ooh, what does that mean? I don't think I've ever achieved that before. I'm gonna screenshot that. Golden Age. If my sound is low, I could up it. I had recently changed some of my audio levels. Voice specifically. Okay, I can go louder. Do not worry. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, that was off of 1. And remember, they get minor abilities only. You get the major ones. Fucking stupid. The next minor one that she got, so she normally gets like 2 attacks, right? But if you give her a -2, 10% more chance to miss on every attack roll, she can get an extra attack. Oh, you know, that's a trade I'm willing to do. Extra chance for a crit, extra chance for AoE damage. Cool. Next secondary she gets, you don't get a penalty for doing the extra attack anymore. I'm only at Mythic Rank 3. She literally has, like, right now she has 2 more attacks per round than she has any right to have. And every attack is a chance to do an AoE nuke that just destroys people. Makes no fucking sense to me. She not even joking, she's like my #1 damage dealer right now. And she's like, I want your seed. And at this point, I'm like, you might as well get it while you still can, because this thing's about to rot off, I guess. Like, okay. You're literally asking a dude who's partially undead already. Like, my skin is already, like, grayed and dead. And she's like, you're definitely the strongest one around here. I'm like, are you wanting to do this? Is this where you're like, whatever keeps you happy, so you keep killing the enemies? But like, is this where we're going? Is this what we're doing right now? Like, this is such a goofy conflux of creepy fanfic. It's an undead dude, mostly undead dude, with a spider cat girl. Okay, look, whatever gets people dead, I guess. Like, nobody seems to notice, or like they mention that, like, oh, you're evil because you're lich, but the chick is still trying to flirt with me. What are you getting out of this? I'm a skelly boy. No, I don't want age. I want calendar ages. I want ages. Legends, heroes, 3 powers, the golden age. Less than 50% of all civilized creatures, so less than half of them, are mundane. So most of the people are civilized, but there's no single majority. So, but how are we not the Twilight Age? Oh no, twilight is when most are mundane. Okay. So we go from the golden age to the civilized age when all civilized creatures are mundane. Wait, what? The fuck does mundane mean? Civilized sounds like less than 50% are mundane. But civilized means they're all mundane. What the fuck is mundane? If it's an actual real life creature, only used for age names as present. So if it's an actual creature, it's mundane. Less than 50% of all civilized creatures are real. Does that mean like it has to be humans? All civilized creatures are mundane. All semi-mega beasts have been vanquished. All right, but if I want the age of dwarves, less than 50% are mundane and a majority are of one race. All right, so basically we hit a critical point. We've now got to conquer, and then it'll be the age of the dwarves. Makes sense. Don't kink shame her necro-loving self. I'm a necro-drider. So here's... but that's the goofy thing. She's not a drider. A drider is like a centaur. The bottom half is a spider. Top half is an elf. She's a cat person with 8 spider legs coming out of her back. She's not a drider. Let's be clear about this. I would think that she would be good at archery if she's like spinning a web to do the bows or something, but no, that's not it. I have no clue what the hell her legs are for. We need to kill more elves. What bad happened? Turkey. Okay, creatures died of old age. Makes sense. We got tons of turkeys though, right? And we got a bit. We've got time. But yeah, so she literally has a grenade launcher now. Everything I just set aside, right? All right, you know, that sounds kind of a bit broke. You know, some of you probably don't do D&D and things. So some of it's going over your head. That's fine. That's fine. You're like, then it gives you a bow. And this is the one that baffles me, all right? For normal idea, where I am right now, if something says DC 25, it's a bit high. It's not completely unheard of, but 25 is like, wow, that's supposed to be a bit hard, perhaps. She has a bow that says the first time she hits you in a round, you have to do a DC 29 fort save. Every round she hits you, the first time she hits you. Or you get cursed to just start bleeding to death by like a lot. Every round you lose 1 to 4 constitution. And if you're like fucking super buff Mr. Olympia dude, you've got like 18. And she can give you a stacking curse that'll suck out 1 to 4 every 6 seconds. 10% of all of her shots are an AoE, so she's hitting everyone. How is that not? I'm just sitting there like, am I the side character? She does way the fuck more damage than me. I'm a lich, but everyone ignores it. This chick keeps being real pressuring about what she wants from me. Doesn't appear to matter what the fuck I want. And she's getting like AoE grenades that are killing everyone and shit. And I'm just sitting there like, am I the main character? Because nobody seems to care what I choose. There's like, oh yes, good choice, Commander. Okay, I guess. Fuck it. I just feel so confused. Her legs are for binding unwilling mates. I reckon her Seether is a family trait that goes, that's how she's got the goofy gene combo. Oh my, that's horrible. Good choice, Commander Bones. Yeah, just like, what? Like, genuinely right now, I've got more AI companions that have far better stories than I have. At some point, you end up with a succubus A succubus. What is her story? She's kind of sad and done sucking. I get the world's only succubus who's like, I just want to be good. I'm done killing everyone. Like, all right, that's kind of interesting story. It's a suck who has to go against her nature and try to learn to be good. All right, I can see that story. What's your story? I don't know. Some ancient power came into me and it said, what do you want to do? And I said, fuck it, I'm a skelly boy. No one seems to notice though, so I keep trying to be more and more edgelord and everyone just keeps clapping politely. Like, what? Even the succubus, there's a thing where she's like, oh, you know, I people watch. I like seeing what romance and actual companionship is, because there's no such thing as like proper love between demons. Every relationship with demons is somebody is taking from someone else. And my nature as a succubus means like I can't even touch people without that sort of thing happening. So, you know, I kind of miss I kind of resent humans basically for like the idea of being able to touch someone in like a companionship way. Straight up, I was like, fuck, you want to touch me? She's like, no, I would never do that. I don't like hurting people. I'm like, I'm about to be undead. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you kidding me right now? Nobody seems to fucking care. It's like literally I'm building a lich ziggurat in the middle of this ancient demon fortress that I'm restoring for the paladins. A giant lich ziggurat. And everyone's just like, don't worry, Commander. You do you. How edgelord do I have to be before someone notices? Like, I just kind of did it at the beginning because I thought it'd be funny. At this point, I'm like going like full fucking teenage angst attention getting, like, notice me. Notice me. I'm killing puppies. But no one cares. And I gave this thirsty cat spider girl a grenade launcher. Well, that's just it though. Like, I genuinely feel like I have to overcommit because I executed people without a trial and res them as skeletons. And the paladins of the goddess who hate the undead clapped. Like, at some point, like, the game is forcing you to overcommit to edgelordiness because they just don't care. Yeah, I'm literally an undead lich. Sure, whatever you say, bro. Yes, that's literally what's happening. Like, I'm not undead yet. I have a con score, but I am rotting. As soon as you make the lich choice, it takes your character portrait and immediately takes the skin tone out and you go gray. So I have a beating heart, but I literally already look like I'm rotting. I'm not a bony lich boy yet, but there is no life in my face. I look like a zombie. Everyone's just like, yeah, whatever. Good joke, Commander. What? Like, the game gave me fast healing. There's this ancient relic, right? There's this flag of like the first crusader chick who became a goddess and she beat the demons. So you have this major quest to get her fucking flag. It's such an important ancient relic. If you hang this flag up, all the demons in like a 10-mile radius become super weak. They can't teleport, they can't do anything. You wreck them. That's how strong this artifact is. You put a name on an iron battle axe. I touch it, it literally burns away immediately and gets replaced with a lich skull sigil. And everyone's just like, huh, it's pretty weird, but okay. The paladins of the goddess that this is an artifact for. This is literally their holy grail. This is one of their top fucking artifacts that they have spent 100 years looking for. I touched it and immediately destroyed that shit and then made a new one with my symbol on it. And her paladins are like, huh. Cool, bro. Cool. What? Why are you not angry with me? I genuinely figured that what I was doing was I was gonna have to fight both the good and the bad, and just, they don't care. They just don't care. Yeah. In fear. They clapped in fear. Then once you became a bony dude, everyone, how could we have possibly seen this coming? What do I have to do to scare you people into realizing I'm evil? Cool. You had your own little, yeah, that's literally kind of what one of them says. Like, oh, cool. Cool, bro. It's kind of like the symbol of a new age. Like it. No, I could understand a layman. I could understand a bunch of people, you know, doing that. I'm not questioning why nobody would. But these are paladins. Their power is literally drawn from their faith in this goddess. The goddess says, you have faith in me. It makes her stronger. She bestows power in the paladin. The paladin can defeat the demon. This stupid fucking flag is like the artifact, the physical symbol of her sacrifice that brought her to godhood. This is her legit, like, this is the fucking spear that pierced Jesus, and it's the cross that he was on, and it's the cup that he drank. Transfer this to whatever other religion you want. That was just the first thing that came in my mind. This is every fucking thing wrapped into one. And it literally burns the instant I touch it. It becomes a symbol of me. And her paladins, like I said, I can understand other people, but her paladins are just like, huh, weird. Like, God damn it. The choice I made was like, I literally made the choice, demolish the slums to build this giant ziggurat for my Lich Master. Like I said, I'm hoping, I'm assuming at some point someone's gonna, you know, make mention of that. Right now it's still being built, so no one's discussed it yet. It takes like a month to build it for some reason. I'm like 26 days into that month, and nobody's mentioned it at all yet. You're just like, huh, it's a weird ziggurat being built. Okay. Yeah, okay, but I saw some mud crabs by the water. Oh my God. So yeah, some things in the game are a bit imbalanced, which, oh, that's not right. Which, as you guys know me, I'm not saying it's bad. You know, I always look for the flaws. I look for the exploits. But the ones that are really sticking out to me in this game are like the role-playing exploits. Like, nobody cares. I literally immediately have the power to command, raise, and rebuke undead because I'm a lich. I'm working with paladins, and I now have a natural ability to make all undead near me stronger. The humans I have, right? My human army before I went lich, grand total, add them all up together, what I was beating the enemy with, about 400 humans, give or take. 400 humans was like the army I was using for my skirmish. The instant that I burned the goddess's flag and announced my new Lich Empire, I got an army of 1,000 skeletons. No, sorry, 1,000 undead, 500 skeletons, and 500 zombies. I immediately kicked everyone out of my military except the undead units, because as I kill people, I raise my enemies as more undead for myself, and my undead were stronger than the humans. That is what my army is right now. I immediately fired all the paladins. Nobody mentioned anything. Like, oh, okay. Okay, I guess. Cool. Just like, oh, okay, I guess. I have one called, my undead army, I named the Spearhead Army, and the humans, I named the Firefighters if something pops up in the back and the undead can't get there fast enough. That's literally what I still have them for. I'm just like, this doesn't make any sense. These millennial zombies are killing the soldering industry. Bethesda wishes they made a game this beautifully broken. But no, it's, oh my god. Literally, I just have to keep screaming at people like, none of you find this weird. Yeah, let's see. I told you I got rid of the paladin. I made my own character because the game has that option. I remade a character from Kingmaker because she was my favorite. If you ever play Kingmaker, you show Val some love. Damn you. You show her some love if you ever play Kingmaker. For any of you who haven't done Kingmaker but who are weebs, Valerie in Kingmaker is Darkness from Konosuba. She's a tower shield specialist, all defense. Her job is to get hit and keep getting hit, and man, is she good at getting hit. Sucks at hitting things though. You need a tank in a game like this. The person they give you as a tank is this paladin at the beginning of the game, who's just bad. She's just bad at getting hit. She's bad at being a paladin. I'm like, I don't like you. Where is my tank? And she's the only tank the game gives you at the beginning. That's why I ended up going with the Spider Girl. Because it's like, I don't want the paladin. The other person is a witch? No. Evil shaman? Oh my god, the alignments. The majority of my team are evil. Majority of my team are evil, and like half of them are the worst liars that they aren't evil. Like, I don't know if they're evil, but if you look at anything, you're like, they're evil. I have a shaman, all right? They're like, why are you guys not digging? I know I'm talking a lot, but I'm also, I'm trying to get this to go. Shamans are like, they're like the natural nature workers of the world. Like the good idea of a witch. Like, oh, I'll do herbs and remedies and I'll heal you with natural power. She is a shaman that for some reason has like the evil witch abilities. And you can't tell what her alignment is because she's specifically wearing a necklace that won't tell you what her alignment is. And she refuses to take it off. And you're like, oh, what are you? Oh, I'm good. Good people don't have to hide their alignment, honey. Like, you want to tell me something? No. Okay. Tell her to charge in battle. And you can find comments like on any of the wiki involving her and shit. Tell her to charge in battle. And she's like, blood for the blood god or something like that. Like, she screams bloodthirsty shit. And you're just like, you're evil, right? You know I'm evil. Like, you can come out to me. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm literally a lich. No, I'm not evil. Okay, I guess. So let's choose a paladin or choose the girl who's hiding that she's evil. Okay. I would consider streaming the game. My issue is I don't know when to stream it. Here's the problem. Like I said, I've been doing the game a lot, waiting for this computer to encode recordings, right? So I've done a lot the past week. I've genuinely put in, like I said, I had to redo 20 hours of the game. The problem is that it's a long game, particularly if it's in turn-based mode. So I have no qualms doing this again from the beginning. And we can laugh at the stupidity together. I have no qualms about that. But the problem is I would be doing this turn-based as a Pathfinder game. Meaning 90% of what's actually happening in the game is me in fights doing person-by-person turns saying who's going to do what. When you're doing pen and paper, particularly on Twitch, there's a good thing of it, like everyone's role-playing together. Like you can see everyone bouncing off each other. My worry is with the video game version of it, like I'm telling you the stories what happens between the combats. There's this one area where I was stuck doing a fight after fight after fight. Like I genuinely think they put in too many people to fight for like 4 hours of just constant fighting. Nothing going on, me just doing turn by turn who's doing what. It's at the base of this one mountain, and it literally is like 3 incubus, 2 succubus, 10 feet away, 3 succubus, 2 incubus, 10 feet away, a fucking cultist 10 feet away. Like, first, I just wanted to get to the end of the path, but there were so many fucking demons for some reason. So that's like genuinely my big worry of it, is at some point, it's not going to be entertaining because there's only so much fighting you can do, which means I'd probably have to do it not turn-based. Like, I could greatly speed the game up if I turned off turn-based mode. But if you turn off turn-based mode, everything just becomes this giant mass of going on. So you lose a lot of the strategy aspect of the game. So I would stream it, I just don't know how I would stream it. Like, would I do it turn-based so we can get more strategy involved, but then you lose out on a lot of the role-playing because it takes so long to do a fight? Or, you know, so I'm just not sure. Why is this coming out uneven? This is 2, goes out 2. Goes out 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I crazy? I could have sworn this looked uneven a second ago. D, N. Oh, you know what it is? It's because of this stair. I didn't do a 2x2 stair all the way up. The stair is making it look uneven. Exactly. But the problem with the way this company has done its Pathfinder, and you could probably find people streaming it, is turn-based mode, not turn-based mode. Like that one area I was talking about with like all the fights, because I had to do it again, I turned off turn-based mode because I wasn't caring. I knew where my guy's strength was, so I just had them run through it. That entire area took like 15-20 minutes, was nowhere near that bad. But so that area was clearly designed for not turn-based mode. But if I wasn't as overpowered for that area as I was at that point, you would kind of need turn-based mode to handle every fight without like losing to the battle of attrition. So it's like a 4-hour fight. You can do shit you're not supposed to be able to do. You know, you can actually use good, you know, strategies, or just get this done. Like that's kind of my main issue with the way they've designed the game, is they designed it for not turn-based first. This is the way they did Kingmaker, because they didn't release turn-based mode to like 2 or 3 years after the game came out, and they clearly did it that way for this game, where some of the areas just have too many damn people to fight. And it's like, well, I mean, if you went more towards the way this was designed in turn-based mode first, things would be a bit more balanced. So there is that. My only real issue is the reason why, besides anything else, why I think turn-based mode needs to, like, something like, oh, that's the way it was designed. You know, you must do it the way it was originally intended. I'm not like one of those people, but it's a role-playing, it's a D&D game. You have wizards. I have a chick who has over 40 different spells. I cannot tell her which spell to do every 6 seconds, while also telling the archer to attack this guy specifically so she does the grenade blast, or telling, you know, and the paladin, like if I have a wizard on the team, I now need to babysit her if you're not in turn-based mode to get her to do the spells correctly. Because that's like half your classes in D&D need careful planning every round to work correctly. If I just do a bunch of archers and melee people, get rid of like a lot of the magic, game's easy peasy. Like tell them to go attack. Either their rolls are good or their rolls aren't. But a lot of things need to be microed. So like that's what I'm wondering. Like that one arrow, that grenade arrow I was talking about, probably isn't as strong in non-turn-based mode. If the chick is just choosing randomly who to shoot at, she focuses that guy down. Don't get me wrong, she doesn't go randomly everywhere. But if she's not choosing the most optimal person who's in the middle of the enemy to attack, then it's probably nowhere near as strong. If she only attacks whoever's closest to her, she's hitting the edge of the circle. Whereas in turn-based mode, I move her forward a bit to hit the middle of the circle because she has an AoE weapon. So that's kind of the main issue, is you have to balance. Are your guys good enough, or are you decimated? And the strategy required for decimation greatly increases the amount of time it takes to get the smallest shit done. Yeah, that's like my one issue with it. I would definitely, like I said, I have no qualms. I'm liking the game. Let me be clear. I'm laughing about the numbers. We've done Final Fantasy VIII. You guys know how I am, even with shit I like, about just ripping a game a new one for stupid fucking math. I'm not saying I don't like the game. I have no qualms doing the game over yet again, if you guys want to see it. But I'm not entirely sure how to stream it. Also, now that I've discussed a bit of the absurdity of Lich, I'm wondering if you guys would want me to do something else, because otherwise you're like, oh, this is the thing he was talking about. It's no longer quite so funny and amazing. So we'd probably need to do a different character. Probably still Kineticist, though. I love Kineticist. My favorite class in 3.5 in Pathfinder is Wizard. It always will be. But there's just something so useful with how Kineticists and Warlocks work. Like, they're my close second. I love those classes. I was introduced... Hold on, where's Basalt? I was introduced to Kineticist a bit later for Pathfinder than... because it's not like a core class in Pathfinder. So that's not like my thing in Pathfinder since I went so long without ever playing as it. And my favorite Kineticist isn't even an option in the video game. There's a Kineticist called Aether? They're gravity manipulators. They do like telekinesis. If you look at anyone talking about builds or anything in like pen and paper Pathfinder, you're like, oh, Aether Kineticist. They're the weakest. Whoever said that is a moron. Aether Kineticist, I've got to be the strongest utility class in the entire game. They don't have as much direct damage in Pathfinder, but their utility is unmatched for the amount of stupid shit they can do. I don't know why people give it the hate. Dead cat. Because there's a magma crab? Why would there be a magma crab? Why? Was there a magma crab up here? Who killed a magma crab? I mean, someone punched it. Yeah, there was a magma crab in the northwestern corner of my map somehow, and someone had to punch it to death. Unfortunately, it took out a cat. Kind of sucks, but what are you going to do when there's a random magma crab not at the volcano? You are your best when you know what you're doing. I say go for the Lich. Airmo, we will laugh no matter what. Crab, please go for Lich. If you guys would want me to do it, stream it, and go for Lich again, I am fine with that. Especially because now I know what bugs to look out for. Because there is that kind of issue, though. Now, this is not a thing to go against streaming it. I just want to make this clear. There are still a few bugs in the game that are mostly rare, and it involves the weird extra utilities of the game that can cost you a 20+ hour file. Like it did for me in the Lich. Most of them have been fixed. And they are getting fixed about every other day. So like I said, this isn't a major thing. There may in fact come a point at some point where I might have to like essentially save scum to get around a glitch. Because there is an option in the game to retrain. You can pay money and change your character to something else. This isn't necessarily to make yourself stronger or whatever. It's like, I kind of didn't like the way this worked. Because a lot of characters work differently in the video game than they kind of do on pen and paper. So they put in the ability to retrain. This is one of their latest glitches that they had to fix. Well, part of the retrain also includes those mythic abilities. Turned out, after Chapter 3 in the game, if you retrained, you could never be a gold dragon. They fixed it now, but if you had retrained before they fixed the glitch in Chapter 3 or later, that save file cannot go gold dragon because of some incorrectly set flag that said you were the thing that you had trained out of. And gold dragon, I guess, is like one of the harder ones to be, or I don't know. I wasn't going for it, so I don't know what that exact issue was. I had a similar issue with the Lich, actually. So that's why I had to redo my thing, is there's one map where a door only opens if you approach it, like it literally is just a wall otherwise, if you approach it with a certain wand. However, if for some reason, like in any of your interactions, that wand was able to be traded or you put it in your storage chest, then you go there, it checks to see if you're holding it, not if it's in your chest, so it doesn't open. And if it doesn't open, well, then it never opens the rest of the game. So that's literally what happened. I happened to put the wand down in a chest because I was like, oh, we're about to do like a siege or whatever. This is like a key. Doesn't mention Lich, doesn't say there's any undead in the region. So I'm like, all right, I can put this down. So the door didn't open when I went past the wall. And then the game set a flag saying, oh, this guy didn't have the Lich item, ergo he's not doing Lich. So I never had the option to do Lich on that file. I now know about it, and it's been mostly fixed as far as I'm aware, so I would not run into that issue again. But that is an issue they are having right now with certain flags in the game, because the mythic paths are fucking broken. Go something other than Kineticist. Go Lich something or Kineticist something. That way you... Okay, yeah, no, I can do that. The Kineticist, though, for anyone who's interested in the game, super fucking broken as well. Just if you're like wondering whether or not you should be... I'm not, you know, do whatever the fuck you want. But trust me, whatever you do is going to be broken. And the major drawbacks to being a Kineticist aren't even in the game. They have different elements. Of course, you have water, earth, air, fire. I personally like going with, if I'm going to do one of those elements, not Aether, or there's a darkness one too, also not in the game. I like going fire. If you do like earth or certain versions of water, you're shooting physical objects. So you have to hit someone's armor class. If you're doing like fire, you don't have to hit their armor. You have to hit their touch AC because you're burning them. It is heat. So fire is really easy to hit people with. Major downside to fire. A lot of things are immune to fire. Say, for instance, the demon hordes you're fighting. Who could have known that demons don't mind the heat? One of the first things you can get under any mythic path, it's not restricted to anything, is nothing is immune to your fire anymore. So if you go pure fire Kineticist, you hit everything. As soon as you get to mythic rank 1, you're just like, okay, nobody has any resistance to me. Your only issue after that is like spell resistance, which, okay, at least something stops you. But yeah, no, I could easily do a different class. Is it a Bluetooth 1? Fire Kineticist Gold Dragon. No, you're joking. That works. Again, they didn't program it right. It's not your Kineticist fire gets through all immunities. It's any fire damage you do. So in that run, that was the glitched run. I had gotten a quarterstaff or something that let me do fireball 3 times a day as a level 8 wizard. My Kineticist at the time was only level 7 and I had no AoE attack. That fireball that I was using from the quarterstaff, nobody was allowed to be immune to it either because it was fire damage I was doing. So if you do a Kineticist Gold Dragon, your Gold Dragon breath weapon, nothing is allowed to be immune to either. Any fire damage you're doing. If I can choose the same thing, because it's just elemental, it doesn't have to be Kineticist. If I choose a wizard and I choose nothing's allowed to be immune to my fire, it's the same issue. The Lich thing, by the way, kind of also, I didn't choose this, but the Lich thing has an option for Kineticists where all your elemental damage you were doing before, fuck that. Get rid of that. Turns everything you do into negative energy and you just suck people's souls out. You do negative levels. I didn't choose it because I went with elemental mastery, so I was like, I don't want to do that, but that's also a viable option. You have to get a Kineticist that far and not be like hung up on an element. But yeah, the Lich thing with, so that's why I'm like, can a Kineticist? That makes no sense to me though. Now that I'm thinking about this, is a Kineticist needs Constitution. I chose Lich because Liches don't have Constitution. But there is a Lich ability to make Kineticists do undead energy. So what the fuck happens when they have no Constitution? Clearly they designed Lich and Kineticist to maybe work together, but how does work? I just thought of this. How the fuck does it work? you don't have constitution when you're boneable. I don't know. I haven't gotten far enough to see how well that math works. But yeah, no, you do negative energy, but also 1d4 negative levels. Just keep fucking sucking them out, man. And I'm willing to bet your paladins would be like, oh, wow, you sucked all the life of that creature. Bravo. Okay, now we have an experiment to do. Yeah, but if I did that, I would have to be a kineticist again. I mean, I could just not do fire. There are like other types of kineticists. I can do a melee kineticist. Like, they have tons of different archetypes and shit. It doesn't have to be a ranged slinging kineticist like I've already done. But yeah, that particular combo is a kineticist who goes lich. I'm gonna do that my first run. What, a kineticist lich? Yeah, no, yeah, they have weird archetypes. They have like kineticist knight, where the whole thing is you don't have any of those ranged attacks or anything, but you make like lightsabers. You make elemental blades. I didn't choose that because I like range, but you can make elemental blades as a kineticist knight and shit. It's basically a lightsaber. A lightsaber wielding witch. No! You will die! I don't know. I have no clue how it works, though, because you don't have con. Or at the very least, at some point, you will not have... I have con still, not that far into it. But at some point, you will not have constitution. Oh, there is one more mythic path that I forgot. Which, I admit, this is like the biggest dick baller move. I like this for purely role-playing purposes. In a way, it too is completely broken. If you're doing a Pathfinder or a D&D game or whatever, your levels are level 1 to 20. Level 20, you are maxed. You finish your class, you're done. You are the pinnacle of what your class is. If you're a level 20 wizard, you're an archmage. Nobody's taking your ass down. You're probably going like toe-to-toe with demigods, and if you prepare, you're taking out the gods if you're a level 20 wizard. So this mythic shit, you know, it's like, oh, you're more than a fucking mortal man on top of like level 20 and shit. That's pretty powerful. There is an option, and this is like part of the Kickstarter thing that they even announced. There is an option you can do. I don't know when in the game you can do it, where you can get all these mythic abilities, and then at some point near the end, I don't know where this is, and again, it's not a spoiler. This is part of the like ad for the game. If you want to be a big dick, you can say no. You can go all the way through becoming a mythic level hero, look at like the great forces of the universe and go, fuck you, bitches. Mortals have all the power, suck it. And you give up every single mythic ability you have, but you and you alone can level to 40. You can't do one class above 20, but you get to now do 2 classes, which, like I said, you give up a lot of those like really awesome flavor abilities, but from a role-playing perspective, that's big dicking. That is fucking like power of an angel, power of a devil, power of a demon. Do you want to be a lich? Do you want to be a gold dragon? You can literally look fate in the eye and go, fuck you, bitch. I'm a human and humans rule. And just like double human, be a level 20 wizard and a level 20 knight, because fuck it. Is there a wild sorcerer? I don't think so. That's like I said, there's a lot more in the pen and paper than there are in the video game. However, comma, ellipses, parentheses, bracket, fucking the weird bracket with the extra line. The old game had tons of mods. It is an extremely moddable game. So anything I say what the game doesn't have, the game might have at some point due to a mod. Like the game has a modding API or something that has been out in public since the game's beta. There are already tons of mods for the game. It's a game designed to be modded. I remember from the that's the wrong thing. I remember from Kingmaker that there was like tons of mods to make the game work more like the pen and paper version of the game. So I do not think there are any wild sorcerers. Like, you're talking about wild magic, right? Not wild-blooded, which are 2 different things. I'm assuming you mean wild magic. I do not think there are any wild magic things in the game right now. There may probably be a mod that does it, though. Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't think there are any wild magic things in the game, but there is wild-blooded. I need me some chaos. Show Show me the chaos. But that did remind me, fuck, I like half an idea of like something that they'd screwed up. Some game-isms. I'm just gonna point out to you guys, if any of you like have started playing the game, or if you're like, this sounds like super fun, you show me that game. Anyone in Melee, you're gonna put 3 points into the mobility skill. You are not going to find a single build online of anything that does not put 3 skill ranks into mobility if your guy is in Melee. And I'll tell you why. This is a game-ism that's broken. It's been since Kingmaker. They never fixed it. I don't know why. There's a thing in Pathfinder and D&D called total defense, where you give up 4. I think you lower your attack by 4 to increase your like how you lower. I gotta push. You lower how much your roll is to hit someone by 4, which is a 20% reduction. Remember, you're rolling only 1 to 20, plus or minus your modifiers. You're rolling 1 to 20, so -4 is extreme. How many push I got? Yep, I got a full 10. All right. Hold on. We must push. It's been a while since I've done this. Particularly inclined. This is gonna be low quality garbage, but I'll do it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. 5, 1, 2, 3. 6, 1, 2, 3. 7, 1, 2, 3. 8, 1, 2, 3. 9, 1, 2, 3. Oh. I had food before streaming, so I may now be gassy due to the inclination. Ooh. Should not eat before a stream. Where was I? I'm still waiting. I feel like I've got another thing coming up. I feel like particularly gassy now. No, well, if you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it. There we go. That feels a lot better. Okay, so where was I? Pathfinder. In Pathfinder and D&D, there is a stance you can be in, a state-based effect called fighting defensively, where you're fighting the enemy, but you're focusing on not getting hit. Hold on. Now my heart rate's going up. I'm not that big. You're making me feel self-conscious. Do I need the air? Or maybe it's just more gas. So you take a -4 to hit someone. 20% reduction in your ability to hit people. That's pretty major. But you get +2 to your AC. 10% reduction in their ability to hit you. If your AC is high enough, this is actually usually a good choice. Makes it damn near impossible to hit you. At the very least, damn near impossible to crit. However, in Kingmaker, there we go. In Kingmaker and now Wrath of the Righteous, it's just a toggle. It doesn't take any actions to go into or out of fighting defensively for some reason. So you can attack people without a penalty, and then at the end of your turn, turn it on. And you've got +2 to AC when it's not your turn. So why wouldn't you just do that? You take a -4 on attacks of opportunity, but who cares? Now, admittedly, this works more in turn-based mode than real time, because everyone's just swinging all the time. If you have 3 ranks of mobility and nothing else, you just need 3 ranks of mobility, that +2 becomes a +3. So if you're doing turn-based mode, literally the whole statement is put 3 ranks of mobility to increase your AC by 1. Like I said, admittedly, it's a weird game-ism, but you're not going to find, I guarantee you are not going to find a single legit build off of Kingmaker or Wrath of the Righteous or anyone recommending this at all who doesn't say melee character, oh yeah, first thing, get mobility to 3. It doesn't require a feat. It's just If your mobility has at least 3 ranks, your AC goes up. And because you don't actually take a penalty to attack, it's just a free AC increase. So if you're doing any melee characters, you get mobility to 3. If you're doing ranged or anything, you might still want to get mobility to 3. It's just extra AC when it's not your turn. You need it for melee characters. Other characters, it's still just really good to have. But yeah, it all takes is 3 skill ranks. Even if that person's never gonna do mobility again. Extra AC is extra AC. The one rabbit next to chat? Oh, because of the screen. Is my AC not at all going on? I'm starting to feeling warm and faint. Am I just... No, I'm joking. It is slightly stuffy in here, though. I was nervous about letting flies in. But I still think I saw one earlier. But yeah, no. If you do the game, all your melee characters, put 3 points in mobility. Like... Ignoring everything else, that'll just, especially if you're in turn-based mode, that's just going to save you so much time and effort. Okay. What we have, I am building the great thing. You cannot be that angry. Calm down. But no, I also have another issue, and that is FF14's coming up too. I had this discussion on Discord. I've got 2 months to get through the mid-expansion content if I'm going to do the expansion content when the game comes out. Apparently they've streamlined a lot of things as usual, but they've done a few things that maybe is like in my favor, so I don't know. My niece's dog nearly got itself shot the other day. It stole bacon off the counter. Oh. Yeah, no, that dog needs to be trained. You shouldn't be taking food off the counter. I mean, not necessarily shot. I'm not recommending you shoot the dog. What am I, an evil lich? But no, yeah, no, that's not... That is not a well-trained dog. It was taking food off the counter. What do we even have here? Like, I'm trying to channel this safely. Actually, this all has a ground. I can channel out all of this and we'll be good. Yeah, you don't have a thing above you. I should just... Oh, Jesus. You're Jonas. Oh, some of those... So I uploaded like 300 plus gigabytes to YouTube of videos. I had to delete one. I discussed this in the Discord. One of the files just wasn't working with any program. So that's gone. It's like 220 gigabyte video file for some reason. Nothing wanted to touch the damn thing. But 2 of them have gotten copyright claimed because of sound alerts. One was Hello Darkness, My Old Friend, and I forget what the other one is. That immediately makes the video not be able to get money from ads, which I'm fine with. It's a VOD. I find it funny. It's a 4 to 8 hour video. There's one 10-second clip of Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. Entire video is like, you can't make money off of this. You're a thief. Okay. You know, admittedly, because of how short it is, I think it's relatively easy on YouTube to just mute that little area, because I'm not even saying anything during it. It's I forget the actual moment, but it's like something just bad has happened. I'm just like face palming, and one of you guys did Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. But I'm just like, are you kidding me? What the hell crazy ass bot you got that identifies 10 seconds in a 4-hour video, 4+ hour video, goes, nothing else is wrong, and goes, this entire video is claimed. Okay. Again, it's just a VOD thing. I'm not going to remove the sound alerts or anything from it. That would be letting them win. But I'm just like, that's so stupid. The second part of that is that they gave me an alert for it. Like, they wanted to make sure that I knew I got slapped for being a bad child. It was like, this video you did? Oh, it's been demonetized. Fucking monster. Why? Because of this time period. 10 seconds? Yeah. Click here to figure out exactly what you did wrong. All right, click it. Oh, darkness, my old friend. And that's it. That's literally it. It's like, yeah, you better fucking learn from your mistake. YouTube punishes me for the stupidest things. My paladins don't mind me destroying their artifacts. I'm just saying, something weird in the world. Yeah, Yakuza. There's a Yakuza vid that's gone now. Sorry, guys. We've lost like 12 hours of Nanba. I don't know where it is, but no program wanted to even try to touch that. My thing to convert it from an MKV to an into MP4 didn't want to touch that shit either. It was like, you need so much memory to touch this for anything to even become like, it was unusable. I was like, I can't do anything with this video. I'm just deleting it. I think we're gonna need to free up like 500 gigabytes to get the converter to work correctly, to switch it to an MP4, to then try to see if I could get a video editor to touch it. So I was like, this video's gone. This video is not going to work. The Hello Darkness thing? Yeah, I probably easily could. I don't even think I need to re-upload it. YouTube does, it's very poor quality, have a thing to remove copyrighted snippets. Usually though what it does is it just mutes that entire section. Again, nothing else is happening. So I could easily mute it. Don't get me wrong. And like I said, it is just a VOD on a channel that's got like 50 subscribers. It's not my primary channel, it's the VOD channel. So it's not like I could monetize it anyways. It's literally no sweat off my back. I got an email about it. Like YouTube wanted to draw my attention to it, saying you've like your video's been, that you upload has been demonetized. So like I literally would not have noticed if YouTube hadn't decided to rub my face in it like I was a dog who had shat on the carpet. I was just like, okay, cool. Cool fucking story, bro. Have a good day. Hey, Barba Derped. Yeah, stop getting banned, Barba Derp. Yeah, there should. I don't even know how that would begin, though. I mean, I agree with the idea. But here's why. For the most part, I kind of understand it from the music industry, the music producer's point of view. Mostly. My issue is with that middle company. There is a middle company that is absolutely refusing lots and lots of extra money so that they can make dimes, so that they can make pennies. I seen a cock is back. There's much to discuss. Just tell me about the world I seen a cock. Thank you. And what it is the company, the clearinghouses, whatever the fuck they're called, in the middle, that handle licenses, after all this time, have no, like, they refuse to do anything to meet streamers and content creators halfway, to be like, I will pay you a subscription to not claim my content. Use your bots to identify it and divvy up, like, from what I'm paying you to those people. The video's not making any money. If I'm paying you, like, you literally get no money off my video. But if I pay you like a total of $20 a month, I would pay that. I would pay that to get YouTube to shut the fuck up and Twitch and stop bothering me about it. Literally no sweat out. Like, I realize that might be a bit pricey for some. We can discuss the actual number, but that's my point, is like, they get no money off the video to claim it, but they could just easily set up a licensing procedure to be like, these people are whitelisted. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could just get money and not have to deal with any of this, but they refuse to do it. That is the thing where I'm like, no, this is just stupid. I don't like a company being stupid. You could get more money and cause less headaches if you did something else, but they refuse to do it. And it's like, this is a recent idea. Like, they've had lots of time to figure out how to try to get money. And what they've decided to settle on is they're going to claim, I heard the Dwarf in command, by the way, they're going to claim videos. I'm uploading a VOD for like the 7 of you guys who miss the stream. There's not many of you who miss a stream. Like, what money do you think you're getting, idiot? I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They could easily just do a license, rent it out. But no, go ahead and try to figure out how to get a license for like an individual song. They make it way the fuck too hard. No, that portion, and only that portion. Dwarf. Welcome to Dwarf 16 for Barberderp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. What are you, Barberderp? Barberderp is lumberjack. Because he's a lumberjack and he's okay. I got you, Barberderp. I got you. They're claiming thousands of hours of content that they never lifted a finger for, and the use of bots alone for such things is questionable legally. That's bot-based harassment plus threats. Yeah, that, like, I mostly agree with that too. But like, I'm talking about like the first layer of this offense. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point there is like an area where, you know, you say one thing and they say another. Like, there is an arguable, I don't like the term gray area, but I'll use the term gray area, where, okay, that's where the argument really needs to be. Right now, I'm just talking about like the beachhead. Like, before any of the rest of that, why haven't they done at least what I am saying? Like, do they deserve the entire video? Fuck no. Your content doesn't cover the rest of that. Big name people, you don't claim that much of their video on. If there is like a band who randomly does a cover, they owe the primary company some money. They don't pay the primary company for the rest of their gig. That's insane. But they do that on YouTube for some reason. So yeah, the whole thing is just wrong. But like, the reason why I very specifically am against the idea is the beachhead I am talking about hasn't even been done. Like the oak leaf. The oak leaf that probably more should be done, they won't even do the basic level of, I will stop you getting harassed for some money. Is it the correct answer? No, but it's like, they won't even do that first step. It's like, are you kidding me? Are you really kidding me? Because the reason why that makes no sense to me is the company would literally make more money doing that. Think about it. If I pay the subscription, $5, $10, what have you, the intermediate licensing company gets that. Then a portion of that, however small, they would give to the song owner or whatever when I do the song. Anything else, they wouldn't have to give the song owners. You know what I'm saying? So they personally, the company doing the licenses, would make way more money. Like that's why that blows my mind. That is why that blows my mind. It's just sheer incompetence. The morality of it, of like the actual end goal of what needs to be done, that is like something that needs to be discussed. But like off the pure idea of doing the first step would make you, Hellfire Skyrim, thank you for raiding, would make you so much money, and you won't do that. That means you're just intentionally making life hell for people for no reason. Like, if money is not your goal, what is your goal? That doesn't make sense to me. That's free YouTube watching weeb cash. Just wants to take down 5 hours of content for 10 seconds of music. They would also only have to pay if I used a song. Like, this is in their favor. This is what mobile fucking phone companies do. Hey, pay us $4.99 and you won't get an advertisement again. They make way more money off the people paying the $4.99 for no ads than they do off those fucking ads. If every person who had ads just paid them $5, people at that company would just fucking retire immediately. Like, this is not an absurd concept. This is a concept that has been used before. This is literally, it's not a new idea. This is technology that already fucking exists. That's all that weird YouTube copyright claiming shit is. That's just advertisement on me. That's all that is. That is the company advertising to me that I use their music. Fine, I will pay you $5 to never tell me that I'm using your music again. It's got 50, like I said, a lot of those, they're just VODs. It's just the VOD channel. It's not like I'm making an original video and taking music. Like, fine, whatever. I can't monetize it anyways. Then don't talk to me. Because the video I can still air. It's not like blocked from viewing. It's YouTube contacted me to be like, you can't make any money off of this. Were you going to give me money to begin with? No. So what changed from my point of view? You're naughty. Like, literally the whole fucking email exchange was just to tell me I'm naughty. Cool. Thank you for making my phone do the little you got an email beep. Which I don't know why I got a beep from YouTube sending me that email, but I can't get half the beeps from Discord saying someone added me. I don't know. It's just pointless. Why are you wasting my time with this? This is not anything that helps me. I don't care. I would pay it. Is it the right thing to do? Is it just giving in to the evil? Yeah, probably. I'm not even going to argue that point. But I am not caring enough on the subject that I would just pay the $5 subscription fee to just have them leave me and my VODs alone. I would pay it. Probably not the right answer, but I would. I know me. I know where I draw the line. That is not a hill I'm willing to die on. But they won't even do that. Makes no sense. Hellfire, you been doing Xenoblade? I'm so sorry. Did you genuinely rate me? You're the only one that I get those weird half raids for, so I half just thought it was you screwing with me. Are you actually streaming? Local streamer is naughty. I'm so sorry. Have a host. Yeah, it's always a genuine raid. Oh my god, I feel so bad. Local streamer proves he's better than people, gives no fucks. I'm sorry. What? Oh, we have merchants. Thank you. Thank you for raiding. I'm sorry. I get so many sound alerts now for like random things to screw with me. I just thought it was you trying to screw with me. Hello, Azulian. I feel so bad now. Yes. Give Hellfire your views. I just thought it was you trying to distract me in the middle of a rant. Poor downtrodden Hellfire. I feel so bad. Oh yeah, he raided me. Whatever, fuck that. Want to see this time a lich? Yeah, whatever. Cool story, bro. I become the very paladins I talk trash about. Rest in piss forever. Playing the game I was playing last week. What a fucking nerd. Yeah, I bet he likes the redhead too. What? I'm so sorry. How far did you get, Hellfire? I blame the people who do the sound alerts. I want to be clear. I blame the people who do the sound alerts. I am not one of those evil streamers who are like, if you got time to watch my stream, you got time to work. How did you collapse? There's no fucking overhead. Eh, whatever, it's 1 sea level, he'll be fine. Wonder if there's a clip of the streamer dies of lolling. I'm farther than you and have most of the blades. Nice. But did you turbo feed your bunny? Everyone knows the bunny, the chonky bunny must be fed. If you haven't fed your chonky bunny, then that is a crime against humanity. Thou must feed chonk bun. That's like all I'm remembering right now is feeding the chonk bun. That video got so screwed. You're reminding me of my pain now. Like I said, I got a bunch on YouTube. I only made like one of the videos public, but they're all up. They've all been edited. They've been capped correctly. I've got them up. I just gotta make them public. Barbaderp wants to know his Dwarf's description. Hold on. My AC is not clicking on at all. I'm getting... Sorry about that. For some reason, the AC's wasn't clicking on. Out there, it's fine, but I'm between two like chunky computers running. I kind of get heat waved. I need the AC to be running earlier. Barbadurp. Barbadurp is currently leading a wrestling demonstration. Barbadurp recently thought, I had a sparring session. I'm not exhilarated. He didn't feel anything at the sparring session. Barbadurp is amazingly agile, unbelievably strong, basically unbreakable, and indefatigable, ladies. But he is quite susceptible to disease. Clean ladies. Barbadurp likes native aluminum, electrum, topaz, amber, crossbows, bucklers, choirs, echidna men for their spines. Men? The words of the quiescent page and the sight of the plan of diamonds. When possible, he prefers to consume sea lamprey, muck roots, spelt beer, and blood amaranth seeds, though he absolutely detests rats. He has unbreakable focus, uncanny intuition, and an unbreakable will. He has a stunning feel for spatial relationships, a great kinesthetic sense, and good creativity. But he is as short as your patience, poor empathy, and a poor ability to manage or understand social relationships. He dreams of mastering his skills someday, and this dream was realized. Speen. Speens. I'm further to you, but that bunny is maxed. Good. Maximum bunny must be maximized. Spread your clam sounded far more lewd than I meant it, but I'm all for it. I mean, dirty ladies too, be sure to spread your clam. Yes, dirty ladies, spread the clam. Clearly you mean chlamydia. If anyone is reading into that, any other body part, you're dirty. Nothing else could possibly be intended there. Don't worry, I've got your back. I know that you're not dirty. We're gonna build some floor out so I can start building on the inside of this before I channel out some more. Now, I don't want to channel out what is on the inside right now, because that can and will cause issues. What is here, though, needs to be fixed. I think I can reach up here, but if I can't, he acts like he can. I think that would be fixed by having one ramp. So I'll remove that floor, make it be a ramp. Which we can access still because I have that hole open. Beans. I thought it said they were leaving. Why are they still here? They had embarked. Go away. It's not that hard. I have nothing blocking you idiots. Just vacate, please. Could these trees be doing it? Can I get rid of a tree on the edge of the world map? Yeah, let's get rid of those trees. I don't know if for some reason they're reading the tree path and are angry. Just go away. Go away. Go away now. A stray lamb has been slaughtered. Like a lamb that has come home to roost. It has been... Lamb that's been come... It has been slaughtered. I've got the greatest metaphors. Everyone's always coming to me and they're like, strategist, where do you come up with all these fantastic metaphors? Oh, you know the great metaphor floor? Not floor. Great metaphor book. Barbadurp, I did do yours. Ah, yes, the lamb coops. My favorite time of the year when the lambs fly in from the north. Man. Dude, that would suck so much. Like when the birds go stupid and they fly into a window, except it's a lamb. It just starts kicking around in the kitchen and freaking out. Get out! Go away, please. Barbadurp, I read your description. Why have you redeemed it again? I'm rejecting the second one. I read your description. I'm rejecting it again. Why do you keep redeeming that? I'm gonna edit that so it has like a once per 30-minute thing, dude. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm gonna change that right now. I don't know what you're doing, Barber Derp. You've gone insane. I don't know if you can't hear me or if you're just fucking with me. Per user, per stream, 2. There you go. 2 descriptions per user, per stream. So if you want me to do one, I'll read it again, but I'm going to take the points. I'll take the damn points if you do it again. Let me live. I already gave... Well, then do one of the other ones. There's 3 things to redeem, Barber Derp. What's my description? Who are my friends? And how many have I killed? You're asking for the same stat again. Mr. Man TM, who owns the meager quarters. Mr. Man TM recently thought, I'm feeling optimistic about the future because she remembered learning about kicking. What? Mr. Man TM is basically unbreakable, unbelievably strong, extremely agile, quick to heal, and slow to tire. Mr. Man TM likes chert billin, cinnamon grossular, giant harp seal leather, pigtail fabric, octahedra, giant spider monkeys for their prehensile tails. That sounds creepy. The words of the larval cancer and the sound of the meandering paper. When possible, she prefers to consume fisherberries, turnip wine, and llama milk. She absolutely detests barking scorpions. She has an unbreakable focus, uncanny intuition, a stunning feel for spatial relationships, a great kinesthetic sense, an iron will, and a deep well of patience. But she has poor empathy. She dreams of creating a great work of art someday. Name a lamb Homera. Why? Why do you want there to be a lamb named Homera? Do I even have lambs? Thought I was killing them all. No, I have lambs. I'm assuming it's going to be a female. Yeah, they get slaughtered on the regular. We might end up killing Homera. You know this, right? Can I make her available so she doesn't get slaughtered? I'll try that. How do I go to her? I want to go to this lamb. All right, hold on. We'll do this the other way. Lambs are in the ranching area. Bull, llama, cow, boar, ewe. Where the fuck are the lambs? Okay, there's a male lamb. There's a ewe. Where the hell are half my animals? All right. How do you do this? P? I know it's control in. I just don't know what screen I need to be on to control in. Control shift in. Oh, special characters. There you go. Homera. Why do you want an E? Why Black Betty Bambalin? Ah, God damn it. Are you wanting it spelled with the E or with a U? Because I thought Homera was spelled with a U. I'm going to leave it with a U for now until I get corrected. Homera? I don't know. I'm just confused. Other than Bambalam, which I'm not even sure if that was the original intent, but screw you for making me walk into it. Why? Why do I see a hole in the floor? Because there was a tree. Damnable trees. The trees were my enemy. And from the ground shall our egg emerge. Oh, wait, I didn't even think about that. Hold on, we're going to do a save real quick. I've lost my mouse. Oh, there it is. Real quick, this wasn't working last time, and I don't know if it was a computer issue. I'm going to try to load up Armok Vision again. Because we had an issue last time where it wasn't loading. Why would I push? That's not a seasonal save. That was an emergency save where I'm needing to see a program load. Is it just me? This seems weird to me that this won't load anymore. I'm gonna go with no, it's not loading. All right. Like half of our base design is designed so it would look good in Armok Vision, and now Armok Vision won't load. But Armok Vision did load for this base earlier on, so it must just be this newest version that won't load. I don't know. It sure would be great if that would load though. No, it's not an emergency push. The amateur player, the Hammerlord, has bestowed the name Inad Kukan upon an iron warhammer. Well, as long as he's interested. You have to have some way to get the military dwarves excited in their work before they all brutally die against a freaking dire elephant. Speaking of which, how have their stats gotten so far? Half of what we're doing right now is we're waiting on their stats, aren't we? Squad, give me a read, collapse it all, go to military. They're not legendary and wrestlers yet, which kind of blows. Armor skill is getting up, not as high as I would like though. We need to like get some legendary armor users. Like they're doing decent, but they're not great. And everyone else is just getting skills in it. Okay. What stopped me? Oh, we have more migrants. Why? Why am I getting more migrants? Shouldn't be. Can I use request to redeem? No. Why? Homer has plot armor. She can't be slaughtered. Why? No, you cannot request vacation time to kill Homura. Here's, I have a fancy title. I want to know what it means. Dragomon? No, that's Magna Dracomon. Dragomon the Third? Oh yeah, you do have a full name. What is that name? I don't know what that name is. The Ochre Kindness Breast Letters? Breast Lad Letters? Breast Lad Letters. The Ochre Kindnesses of... I don't know. Dragomon recently thought, I feel so good due to being drunk. Dragomon is absolutely inexhaustible, incredibly tough, extremely agile, very strong, and quick to heal. Dragomon, whatever that name is, likes orthoclase, pig iron, moss opal, bitter orange wood, elk, and the sight of the droplet of meadows. When possible, I have to read the other sentence: antlers, giant snapping turtle shells, helms, tables, tomato plants to the fruit, and the words of the larval cancer. When possible, she prefers to consume donkey cheese, tuber beer, and quinoa seeds, though she absolutely detests those brown recluse spiders. She has an unbreakable will, uncanny intuition, a stunning feel for special relationships, a great ability to focus, a very good sense of position of her own body, a feel for music, an ability to read emotions fairly well, and a good feel for social relationships. But she has no patience. She dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. What is your name? How do you figure out what their name translates to? Does this show her full name? Dragomon the Third Bristle Letters, the Ochre Kindnesses of Theater. There you go. SG's, good choice. Legends also. Who have I killed by Dragomon? Your bristled letters, the Ochre Kindnesses of Theater. Dragomon, who have I killed? Dragomon, you've killed Idala Beached Fatal, the elf. Idala Taupe Thunders, the elf. Nalo Diamond Glitter, the elf. Alova Dale Lantern. I love to Dale Lanterns. I love the Ale Lanterns. I love the Ale Lanterns, the elf. A horse. A horse. I stirred your fields, the elf. These are all like fucking is your phone running names. 8 other kills, including 1 giraffe, 3 female elves, and 4 male elves in ReinLash. Complete. Homera. Description was done. All right, so I was thinking about sending them back out. Where's my mouse again? Keyboard's not with me. Hold on. This is the one issue with this. Is sometimes it doesn't transfer control correctly. There we go. Well, I don't know what those damn goblins are, and I know we are raiding these people relatively well, so I'm going to raid them again. We're gonna assign the first 2 peoples, since they did pretty decently. The details of try to avoid detection and just take their livestock. That's all I want. I want more livestock. We must steal all their good animals until they have none. Actually, I should try to take the livestock of the ones in the middle. Perhaps I can get tamed unicorns. Now that would be an army. This is what caved in. You don't exist. How did someone get here before a ramp was built down here? I do not know. I need to find a way to create polls on the Discord. That's what I want to do. I want to create like a continuous poll so that people can vote on what the next game should be. And by like because you can, I think you can change your reactions at any point, right? So by whatever has the most votes, because I've always got like so many different games I want to try. Something to be better, easier to figure out. If there was one more Idala, I would have guessed that he just went to an elven house and killed everyone in it. Oh my, that would be great. Well, 2 people can live in a house at the same time, but can we train unicorns for war? I definitely know that answer. I'm 100% not going to Dwarf Fortress Wiki unicorns. I would not do that. And I definitely wouldn't spell unicorn wrong and call it a unicron. And I definitely wouldn't stare at the right side where it says unicorns are not hunting or war trainable. So you can't train them for war, but I mean, you could use them, I think. We'll put them outside. They'll stab some people. Wait, did they have giant unicorns? Was it just a unicorn or was it a giant unicorn? Nope, I don't see a giant version of unicorn. I guess it's just the unicorn. That'd be amazing if there's a giant one, though. Oh, yes, all the unicorns. A unicorn. Assigned. Yeah, obviously. There's reaction bots and stuff. You can do that, but it relies on the honor system. How? Okay, Coca, explain to me how it relies on the honor system. I'm not arguing with you. I want to, because I don't understand what you're saying. This is not, oh, you're wrong. Let me tell you how. So it may devolve into that. I do not understand how it relies on the honor system. Multi-voting. I'm gonna tell you the truth, man. You're going over my head right now. Explain to me multi-voting. You You mean like someone creates multiple accounts to vote on the same game? No, with the reactions. No, you can vote many. Okay, so here's my thought on it. I'm not quite entirely sure what you're saying. Here's my thought on it. If I make the channel for voting be restricted to the Discord class, whatever you call it when someone's part of a group in the upper right corner, and that one class is assigned to people who are subscribers, i.e. create a Discord channel where only subscribers can vote in, then they could use the emotes to vote for a game. That would, I think, restrict people creating multiple accounts to vote for one thing. Best I can come up with for that. If your other complaint is that they would vote for multiple games, well, that's kind of the point. It's what I'm talking about is you don't have someone vote for the one game they want to see next. You have them vote for whatever games they would like to see. So the idea is that they vote for multiple games. If someone votes for every game, that doesn't muddy any votes. If there's 6 in the list and they say, I would love to see these 5, then when I get rid of the top game, I erase that and those emotes, if I can figure out how to get rid of that particular set of emotes. And then the next one up would just be the next one to have that many votes. So I want people to vote for multiple games. But the only way I can think of to stop people voting multiple times for one game is to make them have to be subscribers, if that makes sense. I don't know if I addressed what the issue is yet, but that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, go for it, nerd. That part. No, that's fine. A lot of things I say aren't clear. That's what I'm saying. Like, explain to me what your issues are. Someone called me on that. It was about, was it a year ago? I was in a conversation with someone, and someone tried calling me on that. Okay? Because I forget what the conversation was, but at some point I had like reworded what I was saying. And then someone tried getting onto me being like, oh, now you're backing out of like your position. And admittedly, I can see why people would think that for a lot of things I say. Let me be clear on this. 9 times out of 10, if there's a disagreement between you and me, my assumption is I have not clarified what I was saying correctly enough. So 9 times out of 10, once I've clarified it, a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, you backed out of the position. If that means that the argument is over and like we're doing what I was originally thinking, fine, go ahead and think I'm backing out of it. But this dude was like, oh, like, not that you're a coward. And again, it was just like a random internet thing. I'm forgetting who it was. Was it on a YouTube comment thing? I think it was a YouTube comment thing. This is a while ago. This might have been a year ago. It was like, the way he said it was like, oh, don't you dare back, you know, like, or something like, it was like weird. I was like, what are you talking about? If you've actually watched any of the videos, I don't do that. But I just always make the assumption that I've said something wrong compared to what was in my head. I never make sense. But yeah, no, I hadn't thought about that forever. There was some dude, and I think it was in one of the Pathfinder videos. Actually, I think he ended up deleting his comment or something. It might still be there, but it was in one of the Pathfinder rules videos where like the dude made a comment. It's like, oh, you're changing what your stance was, and it's like, no, I have a lot of extreme ideas that don't translate well to what I am saying. That's why I don't have problems having arguments with people. I assume most of the time that neither of us is wrong. I assume I've just not conveyed my idea correctly. This is why I don't have issues with arguing with people. I don't assume malice in it. We need 5 more rock tables. And these rock tables are going to be made out of basalt. That reminds me of a Thea rant, the World Center of Dialectic Learning. I thought we said we were going to vote on which game we would play next. So, no, but that kind of is it. Whichever game gets the most likes would be the next game. You know what I'm saying? My only issue on that is removing the game with the emote. Like if, let's say it's got a smiley face. Smiley face means game Alpha McGillicuddy. And then we do game Alpha McGillicuddy.
My only thought is I don't know how to get rid of that game and then get rid of all the emotive responses that have the smiley face. That's the issue. Like, getting rid of the game, yeah, you added a post. How do you get rid of everyone's emotes of a specific emote? Because then, once you get rid of that, the next game that had the most emotes would naturally be the one that had the most. So this means at any point in time, like if I say Game Charlie Delta, Game Charlie Delta's in the list, and you vote for Game Charlie Delta, but it ends up number 5. By the time I get around to that game, you might have played it, so you don't want to see it anymore. Like, all right, I liked it, wasn't that great. I don't want to see Strategist waste his time doing it. I've seen everything I want. You should be able to take your vote back out. So that means by the time I get to that game, it's no longer in position. I want the vote to be able to be updated as people's interests change. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it is a vote for the next game, but it's a living vote. It is a dynamic poll at the time of games that we have mentioned and discussed. What would be a good one to do? Because I forget. We have these conversations, and then if it's not on a piece of paper, I've forgotten half the damn time, like what we discussed. Just make a new poll. But see, here's the issue. What if like some people don't notice I made a new poll? You know what I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I didn't want to do like a new poll. I just wanted to update the current one. You'll just have to make a new poll. Just make a new poll. You can make a poll and I can react with something that isn't an option and you can't do anything about it. Oh, I hadn't even thought of that. What if you do an emote that makes no sense? Azulian21 with the follow. Thank you so much. Harold Beaver with Dwarf number 9. Azulian, if you too want to be like Harold Beaver, if you type in Dwarf, my little script will keep track of your name. And it'll know that you've been dwarfed so that later I can dwarf you. Or later I can tell you if you're alive or not. Harold Beaver, you got 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Harold Beaver, you're a hauler. You have a great many skills, as you can see, none of which are extraordinary. So right now you spend your days hauling stone around. Which reminds me, I gotta fix the stone system. We had to go with a quantum because we have 10 billion stone on the map, but the stockpile was by itself. That's probably empty right now. Hopefully people have emptied the rest of the map. Easy way to tell would be if there's no stones in this room anymore, and there aren't. So, you've reminded me that my stone hauling needs to be updated. Namely, let's start removing the stockpiles in the middle of the haul, as I've gotten a surplus of idlers, and they don't know that there's more stones to be carried. How are you doing, Harold Beaver? And again, thank you for following Azulian21. Actually, is it... I'm going to assume Azulian, but you correct me. Either it's Azulian, or you are trying to shorten a word, and it's Azurlean. Like lien, like you put a lien on a house, like someone owes you money. Like the very concept of Azure, or I think Azure is blue. Like blue owes you. Are you Azulian, like a fantasy alien name? Or is that a shortened version of Azurlean? Like you are the great banker of the blue seas. Like Azure. Boom! Boom, I can identify names. I can identify names. This man's a banker. He's 21. You all owe him money. And if you don't pay the fuck up right now, he's going to take your internet. But Azulian is the actual name. He can read. Azulian wants all Azuline. Maybe it's... Wait. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Azuline. No, though you wouldn't think as he speed reads chat. All right, now we have a save. Hellfire wants a sub. I'll get that after the push. We have pushes that must be done. I went... How long did I go? I think I ended up going 2 weeks with no push. 2 weeks with no push makes me a lazy boy. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 3, 1, 2, 3. 4, 1, 2, 3. There you go. Ah, Coca, you should have been faster. I did the pushes before you submitted. Hellfire, you want a sub? I will get you a sub. Probably should have gifted it before I clicked completed. Where the hell are you, Hellfire? You motherfucker. He's gonna hide from me. Hellfire. Gift a sub. September confuses me.
RN Strategist gifted a tier 1 sub to Hellfire's Karim.
It didn't say Arng. It just said strategist. As Julian's character made a while ago, he is the god of rebirth who is cursed to live an infinite number of lives which control the cycle of rebirth in the multiverse. That's nice. No, seriously, that's... Now, is this... Are you talking about when you did D&D or something? Is this like a player character that became a cursed god? Or are you like a DM? And this is one of your NPCs. Hold on, I need that one thing up again. All right, just make sure there's... Why are you in this screen? I didn't hit the button to do that. All right, whatever. Would be a different thread. Then you just ignore it. Now, here's the thing. I don't ignore it. I get super annoyed when, like, I don't get updated to certain things on Discord. That's not me. Like, I swear. So what happens is, right, I'll wake up in the morning and Discord will have 3 things under my notifications. It'll be like, someone said something here, someone said something here, someone said something here. I'll only have 3 notifications. Okay, if someone said something in my channel's general chat, right? I'll click it and it'll just bring me to general chat. So on the screen, I'll be like, okay, this is what they're talking about. This is what happened while I was asleep. Let's address it. Let's respond. Let's conversate. Cool. But the weird thing is like, let's say 3 of you have a conversation that's like 2 pages long, right? And one of you had said something to me in a different channel. I swear to God, if I click your name for the last thing you said, if it was in general chat, it'll bring me to general chat, and then it won't have another notification for you. So if you said something to me in meme like, hey, strategist, look at this fucking funny picture, I won't see it because the link to what you said to me for some reason will bring me to like your I swear, it brings me to your latest thing, and you might have been talking to someone else in general. So then it like, and so short of, and I've got I don't have too many channels, but like some of them are linking me to Formal Blizzards, some of them are linking me to frickin' Dwarf Fortress, frickin' Kit Fox. So I'll go through thinking I'm keeping up to date, but there's so many fucking sub channels and so many things, and randomly I'll get a thing and be like, oh, someone made said something to you in memes again. All right, I'll go look, and there'll be like fucking 4 memes in there. Weird number, I don't know why I keep going to memes, but you get my idea, and I'll be like, oh shit, 3 people have spoken to me. So it'll look like I've not responded for a month, and the problem is either every single time I wake up, I go through every sub thing because I don't get the correct notifications to see what's going on. It doesn't tell me if it's active. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, I guess the meme channel's dying down. Again, I don't know why I'm sticking with memes right now, but this is my example. And then I'll go and look, and it'll be like semi-mostly active, and I look like an asshole for not participating in my own fucking Discord. I'm like, why didn't you just tell me? And all it did is like, oh yeah, he talked to you in general. He said, hi. I swear the notification system drives me bonkers. He's too popular. No, it's not even that. Most of the notifications I get aren't even pertinent to me. It's just like someone said something in this channel. You go and look at the channel, you look what they're talking about. It had nothing to do with me. So, all right, make it so I don't see all these alerts then. Fine. Then unless they at me, it won't tell me what's going on. Like, I swear to God, me and the mobile Discord thing, like, have shit that needs to be hashed out. We are in a very bad relationship. We're just going through the motions, waiting for the kids to grow up and get out of the house before we just have a slugfest divorce. Like, me and mobile Discord do not get along. I swear to God, that app, like, purposely fucks with me every time. I keep having weird things where I'm like, oh God, he fucking, he said something. I got a thing from CJ, straight up. Hold on. I got a thing yesterday from CJ, which finally ended up working. I got a direct message from CJ, and he goes, have you looked at the video I posted? If not, I can send it here instead. So I'm like, all right, he posted a video. Let me go look for it. Could not for the life of me find the video. I said I was at the time doing a bit of Hoi 4 because Shadow Fox and them were over. So I'm looking for it. Couldn't fucking find it. So he had to post it there for me to see. But like, this is like the third time he's mentioned it. And I felt kind of bad because every time he brings it up, I'm like, no, I haven't watched the thing. I haven't watched the thing. But I went looking for it and I don't know where he's posted it. And he's like, it's been posted. And I feel like a jackass for not like, it's not like I forgot. I'm like, he's literally right here saying I put it there and I can't fucking find it. So I'm just like, what? Just send it to me directly, my man. I don't know where this is. Yeah, but if I try looking at, like, if I got the little update from you, right? It's like, okay, yeah, we'll do the thing. And like the last thing it linked me to was you making a comment to like some, like, fucking thing won't link me to what I want it to link me to. It drives me bonkers. Fuck these merchants. They showed up while I'm talking. No, we got crafts. We'll get rid of some of the crafts. We've been making crafts. Let's make sure we're not giving them any artifacts though. I don't know how to, there's not really a good way to sort out my artifacts. We'll do that. Then afterwards, we'll see the worth of what we're giving them. Why do you click people's names still chance? I'm not clicking the name. It's the way I get the notifications. So, okay. Like, I don't know how this is going to show up on camera, but this is how I get the alerts. All right, you're going to look at my phone right now. This is how I get the alerts. Mountain Home. Come on, load. This channel is kind of dead, not gonna lie, under memes, right? Then it says General, join the party. Then it's got Sambrad, Dumpster Fire, and then I've got a thing from Meeseeks saying that I've gone live. All right, now I'm gonna click Nick the Foxville Mountain Home, join the party, right? Now, because I checked it before stream, it only told me about join the party. It never told me Dragaman said yes. I didn't have, like, there's nothing right now. But if I go to sleep for 8 hours, it only told me that there was a post in journal that Nick the Foxable joined the party. It didn't give me the alert that Dragaman said yes. So I get like one alert per channel. And if there's been enough things, either I've got to keep scrolling back, rereading everything to see what was posted there, or I just don't know it's there. Like, I do not understand the alerts for fucking Discord. It absolutely sucks at telling you the conversations that are going on. That's fine. You don't, yeah, right now I don't need to know Dragaman said yes, but my point is, I sleep at some fucking weird times because I streamed, like, usually, I'm not gonna lie, I go to sleep about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. It kind of helps so I wake up later to do an 8-hour stream till midnight. So I have like a slightly like backloaded sleeping schedule. So that's around the time when a lot of you guys are like awake and or doing things. So I usually miss like the hump of conversations. And then afterwards, the fucking phone won't tell me what people are saying unless someone asks me. How the hell is Discord supposed to know what's relevant to you though? Does this count as a rant? I think it counts as a rant, go for it. But like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to have a good interactive Discord community. I try to be active on it, but like, no matter what, no matter how I try to do on any one channel, at some point, like, I will drop off the face of the earth because Discord will drop off the face of the earth. Discord will be like, everything's happening in this channel. All right, I will interact. We'll do things on this channel. And then Discord will be like, why weren't you paying attention to that other channel? Was someone using that channel? Is something going on? Discord's like, yeah, it was. You naughty boy, you. We're gonna slap you. Dude, me, oh my God. Discord drives me up a wall. I almost want to be like one of those chief executive officers and shit with like their own assistant, just for the assistant to tell me everything that was posted. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Discord doesn't. Discord won't fucking tell me what's going on. Also, I love throwing peanuts. See, for me, the issue is when I open Discord, opens on a channel, then I check another channel, the original channel that opened didn't read, and I don't know which one it was. Yeah, I mean, I kind of have that issue too, again, because it bounces back and forth between so many different things. I'm like, I don't even know. But so again, same exact example. It said someone posted in Sam's Discord, Sam and Umbrella Corps Discord. All right, I'll click it. This is where it's brought me. Like, you don't need to see it too much. This is the middle of a conversation. So all of these are saying something, but that's not where I previously was. I'm scrolling till I find a red line. Is that it? No, that's not it. Where the fuck is the red line of what I've seen? I don't even know. Dude, fucking Discord just sucks at telling me where you are in a conversation. So none of that conversation probably had anything to do with me. I don't know why I got that notification. That was from Umbrella Corps' Discord. What am I trading for? Oh, he's asking me what I want. I don't know what I want. Leave me alone, dude. Just let me trade for goods. Are my people here yet? No, I got to request a trader. Oh, wait. Is my military back? I didn't even think about them. Hell yeah, we came back probably a while ago. In the late summer of the year 18, the glazes of romance slipped into lizard tapers, undetected by the chartreuse ivy of the auburn sweetness. In the late summer of 18, the whirling quarter stole livestock from lizard tapers. You stole 2 giant gray squirrels, 1 bobcat, 2 giant skunks, 1 giant red squirrel, 2 giant red panda boars, 1 giant skunk, 1 giant cougar, 2 horses, 1 giant sparrow, 1 giant chipmunk, 1 giant moose bull because I need more of those, 1 giant wolf, 1 giant echidna, and 1 giant black bear. Yeah, we have Knuckles. Still sounds like I mean, yeah, you know, it is me problems. But my point is, it's a defense. Like, it's like, oh, he didn't pay attention, or he did yes. Like, I don't try to be an aloof asshole. The fucking program won't tell me when people are doing things. And you guys know me. If it's not in front of me, I forget. You know what I'm saying? I will forget what I'm doing because a freaking bird flew by. So if this isn't providing me the information that there's something to be doing, I'm a fucking forget it exists. Let's get some steel. Which reminds me, I gotta get that off my ear. I don't have all the good proper soundproofing in yet. We must be quiet. We wouldn't want the neighbor to think I'm using a sound bar. Because apparently they've accused me of using a sound bar, and it's literally just me talking. I want the picks for now. And some shields. Let's try to go for some gauntlets while I can. They don't like that. That's fine. That makes sense to me. I genuinely thought that might have been too close. These gauntlets were worth a bit much. So that's on me. What if I go for some steel helms that aren't that expensive? But if we're going for steel helms that aren't that expensive, then I expect... No, not a mail shirt. That's too much. I expect another pick. Nope, they don't like that either. Okay. I'll take off this pick. There you go. They were fine with that. Yeah, okay. So here's the thing with Shitty Flute. I am aware of it, and every time you remind me of it, I'm like, yes, needs to be done, like the idea. The problem is I always have a different project. Shitty Flute requires me to figure out how to edit sound sense. Whereas I'm like, all right, should probably do that. But then also I have no memory. I cannot stream. So that ends up taking the priority. I know a goldfish doesn't have a genuinely short memory. However, as an anecdote, it works better. I too actually have a good memory. I remember things I read a lot better than I remember things that I've said or things that have been conversed to me, like red. Jesus Christ. That's why any notes I write down, and I've got the papers. It's like, oh yeah. Because even just reading it repeatedly, I'll be like, oh, okay. If I sit there with like written rule book, give me enough time to read the rule book, I'll be quoting the rule book still for a few years. Tell me what your name is, and in 10 minutes, I'll call you, hey, that guy. If, like, it's, I don't know, action memory? I don't know how to describe it. You know how like people have like, oh, I've got photographic memory. I've got lithographic memory. I don't have a I do not have a visual memory, if that makes sense. I can occasionally remember doing things, and I can remember how to get things done, but it's all the knowledge of it. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't remember most of these streams. I remember that I streamed. If you ask me afterwards, what did we discuss during the stream? I'm not going to remember like the conversation. Like right now, I remember that we discussed Pathfinder, we discussed the rules, and we discussed how broken some of the numbers and stuff are, particularly Lich. But I don't actually remember what I said particularly. I remember that we had the conversation. I do not remember the conversation. That's why a lot of times I can end up saying the same thing multiple times. Sometimes in the same stream, if I do it early enough and then late enough in the stream. I'll remember that we had it, not what the conversation was. I do not know how to describe that. It works real well in a military and like a business sense or an administrative sense. Fucking sucks for interpersonal communications. And unfortunately, things like Discord, that is like the bread and butter of what Discord is. So I can remember that we had the conversation on Discord. A lot of times I'll forget what the conversation was. I think I've told you guys before, but I actually had this issue in the military. Could not for the life of me remember, like, this is your job. You kind of need to remember the name or rank of anyone I worked with. He gave a name to an iron pick. So the highest rank I ever achieved in the military was specialist promotable, which basically means theoretically there was always someone above me with a rank that I had to do what they were saying. What you called them though, in terms of ranks was, and there was a lot of ranks, but really you only ever called someone a sergeant, a sir for an officer, a sergeant major, and a first sergeant. There are a lot of ranks in there, but those are like the titles you call people by. For the life of me, I could never like remember half the time who was actually what rank. I got caught a few times doing this, but I called it in my head the sir pyramid. Start with sir. If it seems like that maybe he's ready to react because sergeants, anyone enlisted gets super butthurt if you call them sir. So they're ready to respond. So I got quite proficient at saying sir and then blending it into sergeant if I noticed them start to tense. So a couple sergeants caught me with that, and they would look me in the eye and be like, did you call me a sergeant? Like, I got called out on that a few times. Not a lot, but a few times. If they looked like they were still going to be angry, throw major at the end. That's it. Sir, sergeant, sergeant major. The only odd one out is first sergeant. There's only ever like 2 or 3 first sergeants you really needed to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't that, like, oh, Roger, you just get in trouble and you go about your day. There's only a couple I would regularly deal with. That was my entire military career. Like, I only remember the names of a few of the NCOs and officers above me. Everyone else was just sir, sergeant, sergeant major. Oh, I've been told to do this. Who told you to do this? Sergeant did. Which sergeant? I don't remember. I just know they were a sergeant. It didn't really matter which sergeant told me to do it. If there was a sergeant told me to do something, he outranks me. So that's what I'm doing. Who told you to do this? Sergeant did. Which sergeant? Uh-huh. A sergeant did. No, which sergeant? Ask me no questions and I shall tell you no lies. Like, I don't know, sergeant did. Why would I be doing this if I wasn't told to do this? You figure out who's telling me what to do. Not my fucking job. My job is just to fucking do it.
So yeah, I don't know how to describe it. I've got bad memory. Now, like on a side thing, yes, you can go into, you know, do you have this? Do you have that? Do you have ADHD? Cool, fine and dandy. Things that I have or have not had my whole life that I've been mostly treated or worked around. My great weakness is how I remember things. And the answer is I only remember them categorically, if that's even the right term. I can tell you how to beat a game. I can tell you the exploits of rules and set matches from things I'm not that interested in at all from a decade ago, but I cannot tell you who I just spoke to. A sock there's a ghost? A sock was misplaced. Why do I have a ghost? That's why at the beginning of all my streams, I verbally try to call out what we did last time. To try to remember what I did and see if that will help me remember what I need to be doing. Why did Judy never get buried? Why is Judy 100? Hold on. Stocks, corpses. That didn't work. No, don't search now. I gotta undump this. Why are you there? Do we not have enough coffins? Is that what's going on? We might not have enough coffins, guys. I didn't even think about that. I assumed we had a bunch, but I didn't really pay attention to them. Yeah, no. Oh, they're just not on. We do need more, though. 10 raw coffins will solve it. Give them more random crafts. Sometimes have the memory of the Dory from Finding Nemo. Yeah, you beat. Eidetic. That's because names aren't important. If someone walks up to you and says, my name is Jonathan, and my wife likes it when I wear a centaur suit in bed, guess we'll forever be centaur suit guys. Same with ranks. I think it's amazing you can talk so long without reading chat. Oh yeah, that ghost has been here since the start of the stream. We must make a bazillion coffins. Read so long without... I don't know. I think the reason why I can talk so long without looking at chat, because I don't think I went that long without looking at chat in my earlier streams. I think I built that as a defense against you knuckleheads purposely distracting me in the middle of a rant. He sounds like he's talking about something. Quick, make him forget. That way he spends the rest of the stream being like, what the fuck was I talking about? No one will tell me. Yeah, that's not a bad thing at all. You don't need chat to carry the stream. That is true and false. You're also removing the random stone stockpiles in the halls. I was doing that. There is no one who is immune to kind of needing to be carried by chat. Quite frankly. Again, we're basically going to go into a numbers conversation here about streaming. A little behind the scenes. You know, I'm a mathematician. A little numerology about chat. I'm not a comedian, if that makes sense. At some point, no matter how much I'm talking, the whole way Twitch works is not that you are necessarily doing the game with me like you're at a friend's house. Like, you know, it's kind of like the motif, the idea of it.
Like, there's no way to get around you guys bouncing a discussion off of each other. There's not a single streamer, none, who isn't held aloft, at least partially, by chat's interaction with each other. There's just no way to do that. Oh yeah, they're fucking starving. I didn't put them in their houses. I am a bull who eats tons of food. Let's give him a house. Who goes here again? Moose. Moose Bull does. Now, I might not need chat to have a conversation to talk about. That being said, though, if none of you guys ever spoke for an entire stream, I guarantee you by the end of the stream, I'd have nothing to talk about. Either that or I'd be saying the same thing 20,000 times. Let's turn off non-grazing. Who shows up? Why do we have so many damn guinea pigs? Are any of these guys supposed to be inside? Wait, not every non-grazer goes out there. I just remembered that. I don't know who goes in what. Mule, llama, cow. Mule, llama, cow. Okay, hold on. We do have an extra llama. Do I have an extra mule? No. Do I have an extra cow? Giant moose. She goes outside. She's too big. What is in this one? You and the cavies. Cavies go in here, not outside. This one says they're all good. The other one said they weren't. Non-grazing. Who did you say wasn't? Oh, wait. No. It's because I put them outside, didn't I? No, they're all here. I could have sworn outside it said that there were cavies. Red panda. What am I doing with the red pandas? Horses. I think we'll bring the horses in. And that leaves the red pandas. I guess they're going to have to be outside. Okay, I guess. Yes. We have the males up top, the females down below, because the males eat way the fuck too much. They need like a thing to themselves. We must breed the giant. Well, I have the giant moose both alive and on this map. Whether or not they breed is up to them. I think we have them down here. The problem is I'm running out of the place to put the damn females. If we do a search for moose, we only have the two males. We have two males, one female. So they're going to fight each other. Real question is, who doesn't have a home right now? I should remove whoever's currently pastured. Cat, cat, dog, dog. Things. Doo-doo-doo. All right, I'm not sure where to put these guys. So we'll have to do this part by part. The birds, giant or otherwise, can go here, as I don't think it matters. The pixelated fox. Hello, good sir. Thank you. Thank you, Coca-Cola. You've been doing Valorant. Why does it sound familiar? Is that sci-fi fantasy Counter-Strike? Valorant, that's the Counter-Strike with abilities, right? Oh god, why? Why is that so quiet? Wait, it says it's loud for you, but not for me. I can't control that. I'm not hearing that right now. I've lowered all the volumes to 0. Is it still go? I see the volumes spiking. Okay, I have to work on that.
I can't hear the volume, only you. Oh, I'm getting that backwards. I keep forgetting they've moved the things around. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm bouncing to the wrong thing. Hold on. Dear Lord, forgive me for clicking redo on that bit. I just screwed up all my audios. Test. Test. So, I forgot for some reason OBS has switched game source and broadcast. So I'm like, I've lowered them all down, but game source was still fucking peaking high. So I'm like, what is it sending? It wasn't sending anything out. I'm an idiot. I've got to fix that. OBS is lying to me. I mean, it's not trying to, but it's lying to me. Yeah, it's good now because I muted it. I was literally staring at a bar that was like, yes, Dwarf Fortress is making noise, but not the bar saying whether or not it was being broadcast to you. So I was lowering everything, hoping to mute Dwarf Fortress, but Dwarf Fortress from existing, if that makes sense. Turns out, doesn't work that way. Where were we putting the wolves and stuff? All right, Sparrow's a bird. We'll put it down here. Everything else, Kia's a bird. It can come down here. The giant sparrows can come down here. Dear Lord. How many animals do we have? All right, then what? Everyone else just goes upstairs? To be the endless slaughter? Wait, no, the wolves went somewhere. The squirrels and the skunks can be outside. But I think we were breeding the wolves, right? Is the game too loud now for you guys? I think it's too loud. I'll lower the volume on the game. We're putting the giant hamsters with the cavies. Did the cavies have their own area? We've got too many areas for these damn things, so I'm losing track of who goes where. I'm gonna cram everyone here for now. Then I'll figure out who went somewhere else. Everything except cats and dogs. I want cats and dogs to be the only thing not on this list. Or, correction, the only things to be on this list. Alright, because I know over here, we're doing giant wolves. So that new one should come over here. I believe for breeding, we were putting turkeys up here, but I wanted to bring them down to safety. I thought we had another one somewhere else. These are the ones who graze, then the birds. Wasn't this like bears? This is where the bears go. We were putting the bears in, I think, the farming guild, because nothing says giant black bear like farming. And I think we had one more, but oh, over here. What was in here? These are the hamsters, chipmunks, and squirrels. So, hamsters, chipmunks, squirrels. And heaven forbid I'm putting the red squirrels with the gray squirrels, because I know they hate each other. Am I putting the guinea pigs somewhere? Was there one more unique area for the damn guineas? I mean, I'm not using this area quite so much. We can probably just put them down here for now. Because I know if I don't, it'll be held against me in the court of law. Let's put them here for now, so they can frolic in the stone. Our idlers is still low, so I don't think we've cleared out all the stone from below. Well, that they can't even access. Yeah, there's still stone here. Hold on.
Do you live in my AC? Either I've got fucking time-based schizophrenia that always has a fly show up. I went cold last night. I ran my AC colder than usual. I went to 58 degrees. 58 degrees all night. There's no water anywhere. There's no food anywhere. I don't know how halfway through my streams I keep finding a tiny fly. There's only ever one at a time. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know why there's only ever one. I don't know why it takes a minute to really show up. I'm starting to suspect for some reason I'm having a recurring hallucination. That's where I'm wondering. But the input for that vent is over there. It draws in, goes out to the air conditioner outside through a closed tube, and then it comes back in. Where the fuck are the flies come? It's not even flies. It's not plural. It's always one. If there was like a couple of them, you could track it because like they buzz around what they're bothering. But why is it only ever one that shows up hours into a stream? Nick the Foxwell has bestowed the name, whatever that name is, upon an iron warhammer. No, my sink is empty. Admittedly, sometimes I just leave plates in there, but like I got paranoid. My sink is empty. My sink is empty. Everything has been run through on high twice on the there it is. Air conditioner. I want to catch it. Problem is, it's so tiny. I don't even think it's showing up on the camera, so I just look crazy. Now, did I pressure wave kill it? Because I didn't slap it. I slapped above it. Because I know when little bugs take off, they back up a little bit and then have to do a lurch forward when they take off. So I just slapped above it. Because the pressure wave can fucking burst them or something. Where is it? Somehow it's going to be back again. Hold on. Is there flies in the microphone? It's always like landing on the mic. Are they coming out of the mic? No. He just really likes the freaking contours of the mic. Have a good evening, Eldrish. Oh, no, you're off work, not I'm off to work. Welcome back. I thought a regular fucking slap would pressure wave it. House flies can be acted down to 45 degrees. Then they go, maybe that's what it is. Because I'm running two computers in here, the temperature in this room goes back up. Maybe that's why it takes so long. Maybe I just raise the temp in this room so much that it's becoming active. But the question is, where is it coming from? Sink drains are a good place for flies to leave their eggs. I'm gonna order. No, I'm writing this down. I'm gonna order bleach and just pour bleach down every drain I own. I don't even know if that's good. I'm fairly sure you're not supposed to pour chemicals down your drain. Bleach every fucking drain. You look crazy how the flies. Sink drains can be a good place for them to leave their eggs. We had the exact same idea. No, you didn't even nearly pressure wave kill it. Is there flies on the microphone? Get out of here. Bit of bleach. Is it a computer bug? No, I don't know. Like, I probably wouldn't even know. Like, it could exist and I wouldn't care, but it goes in front of me and it draws my attention. Get away from a number. Yes. I don't know. Like, bugs don't freak me out. I don't have an issue with bugs. What freaks me out is when I don't know where they're coming from. If I'm outside, I expect to see a bug. No problem with a bug. in the correct context. If there is a bug, that is where the bug should not be. Flabbergasts me. Like I said, my apartment is fucking cold. I do not know why one would even come in here. Like, I believe I let it in like it's some mythical bug that lives forever. They should only live like 2 days. Could have sworn I was under the impression bugs only live like 2 days. The giant red panda boar is starving. We have 2 of them that are starving. Okay, what if we gave the red panda boars somewhere new to eat? I don't know why they're starving, but what if we made the red panda boars be over here? That's not even nearly correct. I'm gonna get rid of this. Red panda boars. You all get brought over here. Fruit flies, yes, around 2 days. Horse flies, like, no, what? I wish I could catch this to take a picture of it. It's a tiny fly. Like, it's big enough that you can, like, see its wings and its body, but it doesn't look like a regular fly. Like, fly might be the wrong term. Flying insect. I'm creating my own fish situation here. Not every tiny insect that flies is, in fact, a fly, but it's some tiny flying bug. It is smaller than a regular fly. I haven't sat there and stared at it to see what it is. Maybe it's a gnat. Hold on, I'm about to look up a picture. How did you collapse? I'm being careful. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Bear with me. I know we're here for Dwarf Fortress, but bear with me. This is literally... This thing has been torturing me for weeks. This is way longer than this thing's lifespan. And it's only ever one. Again, it's... No, Gnat doesn't look right. Gnat looks too big. Even the picture of it when it's on a piece of paper, that looks too big. Something smaller than a gnat. Of course, when I'm looking this up on freaking Google, everything is blown up. So I don't... Maybe it's a baby gnat? I don't know. It's fucking tiny. It only shows up in the solitary. Shows up hours into a stream, and I don't know why. How are you collapsing? There must have been floors still in the middle. Oh, they had built wall. They had built wall. Fuck, I didn't even think about that. No. Someone had built wall there, and then I dug. You know what I'm saying? That's what caused that. I'll cancel that one, too. Because that just punched a hole through all my floors. And splattered a dead dwarf all the way to the ground. Well, he's unnamed, so I guess that's not a big loss. But I did just lose a bed. Oh, imagine being in a hospital. Like, you're getting #1 grade A treatment. Hell yeah, life is good. You hear a noise, and just the sky falls through you like a fucking meteorite. Sends you out or hurtling through a giant, vast, empty space tens of feet below before you just crash against the ground. That would suck. Maybe spider? I would be fine with spider. I see spiders in my apartment occasionally. I am completely fine with spider. As a matter of fact, I'm annoyed right now. What is the point of me not killing spiders if they're not gonna kill the flies? There is at least one spider in this room who is failing at his job. No, it's not a speck of dust. Like, if it was just something moving, I'd be like, oh, you know, whatever, dust. But the problem is sometimes it lands on the mic, and I can see the little bastard moving. Like, I almost want to take a picture of it, but now I'm not going to see it. Like, watch, since I did the slapping thing, it's never going to show up now. It's like, oh, you got it. And I'm like, yeah, I won't see it for the rest of the stream, and I'll be happy in my success, and the next stream, it'll show up again. I'm back. I'm back, bitches. What, you thought you could get rid of me? You thought you could get rid of me? Like that was what was suggested before. One of I think it was Shadow Fox has said that, like saying it's probably a fruit fly. So that, like, I cleared out anything it could be subsisting off of. Normally a fruit fly needs a fruit. Where is the fruit fly coming from? But even then, if you have a fruit fly, you should have multiple fruit flies. Whatever this is, I only ever see one. And I never fucking see it. Needs anything rotting or sweet. Fruit fly is specific. Nat is not. I don't know. It drives me crazy. But like I said, how far into the stream are we? We're 3 hours in. Where the fuck has this thing been for the past 3 hours? Some fruit flies have drowned in my coffee before. No, the weirdest thing with bugs was this thing that I saw them do in the Middle East. And I think you can buy it for yourself over here. It's not even that much. It's like a weird plastic bag with like a semi-net above it. The net's just there so you don't splash yourself, I guess. But the thing is, what's in the bag is like liquefied fly pheromone or something. Some weird goo. It just looks like it's a slightly tinged liquid. And they would hang it up in the morning every day on her post. And then I swear by afternoon, like over half of it would just be a solid mass of dead flies that are like partially sunk into. It's not like liquid layer. No, it'd be a black chunk in there of just like semi-floating dead every day. It was fucking terrifying. It was like, I mean, it did work because you wouldn't even think there were that many flies. And you'd like go to one of the smoke pits or whatever, and you'd see these things. You'd be like, where are they coming from? Stupid sexy bag of fly juice. Dude, I don't even know. We're in the middle of a desert. We were in the middle of a desert. I don't know what these flies were, like the fucking mysterious fly in my apartment. I don't know what these stupid little things were subsisting off of or why they were that far out in the desert. This stupid sexy fly of fly juice did its work. There'd just be so many dead flies. Just put some soap in a butt of vinegar. All right. I will have to keep an eye out for a butt of vinegar. Stupid sexy bag of fly juice. They get stuck in canning tape. You can just have a few milliliters of sugared water in a glass and they'll try to get to it and then it'll drown. Stupid sexy fly, dude. I'll try Googling it. This is gonna be the weirdest Google. What am I supposed to type in? Sexy fly bag? Bag of fly pheromones? God, Lord, help my Google searches for the next week because of this. I think they were pheromones. You know what? This isn't what I was looking for, but this looks about right. So I'm going to open up this image. And the image I opened up was blank. Well, this is on Amazon. It says flies be gone, monster soda bottle fly trap. I don't know what goo is they're using on this, but hold on. Like, this is what it would look like every day. What do we name? We named it Iron Pick. Okay. Hold on. Bear with me, chat. Window capture. There we go. This thing. This is what they would look like every day. Just a mass of dead flies. I think this one looks like you can see every fly, so I think this one's literally computer generated or some nonsense. I don't know, it looks a little too detailed. But you would just see a like the first ones I kind of understand, but like the second, you're not reaching anything. How are you dead? But yeah, you just end up with this weird fly mass every day. Creepy as shit. And it was, like I said, it was just this weird floating bag. Sound sense crashed. It'd be this weird bag. They would have some goo in there. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it would draw them in. And then, like, every day you just have, like, a mass of dead flies. Uh-oh.
There we go. Sound sensor's like lagging on me.
Or perhaps the fly can. I see what you did there.
And you're a horrible man. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna regret this, but we're gonna raid the bigger one. And the details are FOI capital A. Steal some livestock. I'm hoping we can steal some of their unicorns. I want to breed out some unicorns. Everyone knows the most delicious dwarf meat is unicorns. Not dwarf meat. The most delicious meat for dwarves is unicorn meat. Dwarf meat implies we're eating dwarves, and we're not doing that. I love how we're talking about Wrath of the Righteous, now we're talking about flies. Well, because one came in. I mean, I swear I saw movement. Are you still alive, you little sack of shit? Come up higher where I can... Go to the camera. Wherever you are. I feel like I'm speaking to the dead. If you are there, please show yourself to the camera. Show us of your existence so we may communicate. Tell us your fly requirements. Boop, boo. Didn't I say a couple times for them to build this damn floor up here? Why did you unsuspend it? Build floor. Because I want to get this floor done so I can start fixing the wall. Wrath of the Fleischious. Unicorn steaks are dwarven delicacy. Phasmo Fly Edition. I've got to do that again too. And Final Fantasy 14 is coming out with their new expansion in 2 months. Don't catch up now on Final... Why not catch up now? Oh my god, imagine a Phasmo, but it's SCPs and other... Dude, there's a game coming out kind of like... I 100% agree with that. I would love to do a revamped SCP game where the idea is to not like survive them, but be the group that goes back in and like co-op tries to recapture them. The big SCP game right now is essentially a giant PvP. You know what I'm saying? Where like you use it to defeat the SCP, and it's like, okay, yeah, like you did the bone breaker, great. You know, that player respawns again in a few minutes as the nine-tailed fox, fox team. Cool. Like, I want to see like one of those ones where it's like a co-op game, and I think I'm remembering someone's making it right now. I think I have it on my like wish list on Steam, but like we're not getting much information out of it. They're like putting in like over 44 SCPs, and the idea I think is to go in and recapture them, or at the very least like get someone out. But the problem is a lot of the SCPs are just straight up pure horror games, and I do like that. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anything bad about that, but at some point you like Phasmophobia's almost got it right, or perfect. Phasmophobia did get it right. I'm not going to be, you know, dissing Phasmophobia, but on Phasmophobia, you end right when you solve the case. There's another game coming out right now where it goes further and you have to exorcise the ghost or demon. Good, but then it got like the basics is still muddy right now, and Phasmophobia hit the ground running. This other game hit the ground stumbling. So if this other game can like really pick it up and get to like Phasmo levels of just not glitchy core gameplay, that would be great. But no, I would like, because that's why I like Phasmo. Like I like horror games, but like I like the mystery of the games. Like I like thinking I'm going to live. I like beating the game. And Phasmo, like they changed it around, you know, like they changed what the goal is and what you're doing to try to revamp, not revamp, but like improve upon the gameplay. I disagree with some of those choices. We've been over that before. I won't discuss that right now. But for the most part, I see what he's doing and I like it. But you kind of just always end as soon as you solve the case. Like, oh, clue 1, 2, 3, it's a banshee.
by. You just leave. So that's one of the reasons why I think that the ghosts need to be more difficult, more aggressive, because you do just leave as soon as you figure it out. If they're going to do it the way they're doing it now, I think that the game should continue then. Like, there's more of a reason to be inside. The other Phasmo-like game, I'm forgetting what it is, the name of it right now, but I played it a little bit and I got murked. Was not expecting that. The other Phasmo game, I had a camera set in. One of my goals was to get the ghost to be close to the camera, and I didn't even think about it. I was thinking Phasmophobia rules. So I had the front door because the ghost was on a door off the front door, and I set the camera looking in, and I'm sitting there on the camera. I'm like, yes, ghost. And it did the thing, and it walked by the camera, and it was like, yep, you got credit to walk by the camera. Literally, like I had a thought, and then a thing happened, and my thought was, it walked past the camera. I didn't have the camera in the room that it was spawning in. I had it in the hallway at the front door looking in. I was like, wow, I got lucky. It walked past the camera. And then I thought, I'm surprised the camera didn't fall over, because the camera was right by the door. Not a second after I had the thought of why didn't the shutting door knock over the camera, the ghost killed me. Because it had walked out of the house into the van and just snapped my fucking neck. Or fucking dragged me into the netherverse, whatever it actually did. I was like, oh, that ghost is full map. That isn't, you got the fuck out, you're good. No. The ghost in the other game, like, it hunts you. But the problem with that is it means that the game is more multiplayer. You can't easily do that game single player. You need someone to be manning all the cameras and seeing what's going on, because you have to relay where the fuck the ghost is. And if you do it single player, it kind of sucks. I don't know how well you can easily do the game, but that game does continue on, and you're supposed to exercise the ghost. You're getting the clues to figure out what the fuck the ghost is, so you can exercise it, which I like. But a lot of the basics, like, it's almost too physicsy. Like, a lot of shit just don't work well right now. Did they? Mission report. Someone spied a unicorn. In the late autumn of 18, the glazes of romance attacked the poetry of Sears, the auburn sweetness at Island Deer. The dwarf T'Chulu II led the attack, and the defenders were led by the elf Nisa Snarworlds. In the late autumn of 18, the dwarf T'Chulu II, Jesus, what happened? We got caught. Hopefully no one died. This is a lot. Usually we just get in and get out. We don't normally have this happening. Oh, boy. You guys were supposed to sneak in. What are you idiots doing? I said a quiet mission. Quiet mission. Oh, my God. In the late autumn of the year 18, the dwarf T'Chulu II outmatched the elf with a cunning plan. The attackers had a strong positional advantage in Island Deer. In the late autumn of 18, the elf surprised the dwarf Vutok. In the late autumn of 18, the elf Amayi's upper front tooth was smashed by Vutok. In the late autumn of 18, the elf Amayi was struck down by Vutok. In the late autumn of 18, the horse surprised the dwarf Cole. In the late autumn of 18, the dwarf Cole was struck down by the horse. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, they're legendary. A horse killed him? A horse. Not even a giant horse. This is why I'm like, we have to somehow get our guys better. Legendary dwarf taken out by a horse. In the late autumn of 18, the elf Disa happened upon the dwarf, the amateur player. In the late autumn of 18, the elf Disa was struck... The elf Disa was struck down. In the late autumn of 18, a horse cornered the dwarf, Toulon Bronzeglow. The horse was struck down by Toulon Bronzeglow. In the 18, an elf confronted the dwarf Rimtar. In the autumn of 18, the elf's lower body was smashed in by Rimtar. Thus, the elf was struck down by Rimtar. In the late autumn of 18, the elf cornered the dwarf Takud. Then the elf's right eyelid was smashed by Takud, and then the elf died to Takud. The elf ambushed the dwarf Kadul. The elf fought with dwarf Kadul. The Kadul escaped unscathed, but so the elf continued on and happened upon Eton. In 18, the elf's hand was smashed in by Eton. The right eye was smashed, and then the elf was struck down. All right, a lot of these is just somehow a group of elves stumbled upon our dwarves, and the dwarves killed everyone. Except for that one horse who killed a dwarf somehow. And we stole 1 giant red panda, 2 giant buzzards, 1 mule, 1 giant crow, 1 unicorn, 1 giant gray squirrel, 1 giant wolf, 1 giant grizzly bear, 1 mountain goat, 1 giant fly, 1 gray langur, a skunk, a giant cardinal, a giant deer, or 2 giant deer, and 1 dingo. So we traded a fully trained horse essentially for 1 unicorn. Why is the horse named Adorballs? Look, we don't question what the elves do with their horses and whether or not the horses adore their balls. Okay, we're not getting into that. Horse critted, I guess. A fly. Quiet means obvious with as much noise as possible, right? You can quietly kill elves. I mean, I guess we just killed a bunch. They're definitely onto us. It's a good thing we're at war, but fuck me. What squad was he in? He wasn't squad A, so he was the squad leader of squad B. Are you kidding me? Mr. Man TM, you are now the squad leader. Congratulations. I just don't know how he gets struck down by a horse. Legendary. The dude was legendary. If I don't read, it's not updated yet. Military and by squad. That was this guy, right? Cole? He's the dead man now? Legendary swords dwarf, legendary discipline, legendary fighter, approaching legendary wrestler, and dodging was also, it's not the greatest, but it's more than half to not a dire horse. I can understand if a dire horse kicks out with the force of 1,000 suns and your head implodes. I could understand that. But a regular horse to an armored legendary fighter? How the fuck did the horse win? That just seems stupid to me. And now it's led by Mr. Man TM, who is not legendary at anything, so he needs to work at it. Or not any weapon. All right, we slaughtered the giant skunk already. Did we not like the giant skunk? All right, so first of all, let's get the hamsters and chipmunks and cavies in. Hamsters, chipmunks, cavies. I don't know what we're doing with the monkeys. All right, I guess we have no hamsters, chipmunks, or cavies. You get the bears. Giant deer. Another grizzly bear. Actually, these are black bears, not grizzly bears. Is this my first grizzle bear? I think this is my first grizzle bear. Okay, first grizzle bear. Actually, I might put them in a different temple. Let's put them over here. Yep, that is my first grizzle bear. All right, grizzle bear can go over there. This can get the birds. I thought there was a bird. Oh, wait. Is a fly... Oh, I took out non-grazing. I'm an idiot. I did the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. Giant cardinal, giant fly, because a fly is a bird, clearly. Giant crow, giant buzzard. Okay, that's what we're going with there. Not currently pastured. I don't know what to do with the deer. I think this is my only deer. Yeah, we have 2 male deer. I don't know how much they eat. For now, I'm going to put him over here until I figure out we have deer problems. Aren't the grizzly bears the war trainable ones? That's a good question. Yes, they are. Grizzly bears are the war trainable ones. We're about to get us some dire war grizzle bears. All right, let's do this shit. Clearly a fly is an eldritch horror. Okay, gonna head out for a bit. You may not leave. Not when we have dire war grizzle bears. I have to set up a place for them to train though, don't I? I think that requires a kennel to war train. And I do not think I have a kennel. I do not yet have a kennel. We need a kennel. Now this does include the upper left corner. Build workshop, which means I can get a kennel? What the fuck is the button for kennel? Is a kennel not a workshop? Kennel? Kennel's not a workshop. Okay. We'll put it right here. Nothing's using up there, right? Yeah. Build L N K K. We'll build a kennel out of desert limewood. Just need a zone with training. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Didn't I have a training zone? No, like genuinely, didn't I already have a training zone? I have 2 track stops with no training zones. Okay. I will put that to include the kennel. Animal training. What the fuck's the kennel for then? We might have to also make sure that we have someone on training, but before that, we need to make sure we have everyone pastured. So who do we still have left? First of all, who are the grazing ones? Unicorn, mule, mountain goat. Mule can go here. Mountain goat can go here. Red pandas. I don't remember where we were putting the red pandas. But I want to... We need the unicorn to be safe. I'll put the unicorn on this side. Red pandas. Weren't the red pandas over here? Yes. But not red squirrels. Red pandas. Now, issue... They're hungry. They're starving. So it's like, I don't think red pandas eat anything either. I think they're like pandas. I'll look it up real quick, but I think they're all just going to starve. Dwarf Fortress Red Panda. Like, I know they're a different animal, but they're not eating anything. Red pandas are small, tree-dwelling mammals at the size of a rapidly reproducing malevolent demon cat. Like regular and gigantic pandas, trained red pandas must consume bamboo to survive. However, their reduced grazer value makes at least survival a possibility when placed in a large pasture. While they can be bred as livestock, their diet and meager butchering returns make them marginally useful at best. Some dwarves they need bamboo. We can't feed red pandas. If I switch to a giant red panda, they have a crippling dependence on bamboo. Wild giant red pandas require no food. However, when trained, they subsist solely on bamboo, which generally will not exist in sufficient quantity to prevent starvation. Being giant animals, they provide large amounts. Yeah, if I don't butcher this guy, he's just going to starve to death, guys. Yeah, sorry. You guys were like real worried about the red pandas and you thought I made a mistake, but no, they're pandas. They might be functionally different to a panda, but they're just too stupid to exist. I cannot feed these. All red pandas are auto-butchered now. Particularly giant red pandas, with which I have no possible chance to, even if I had shit, I could not feed them. This is now gone. I am removing this zone. Red pandas are now food. Yeah, sorry. I do not have bamboo. Not even I don't have enough bamboo. I don't have bamboo. All right, so they're the only things that are non-grazing, and it doesn't matter what I do with them. They're going to die. So who is left? Wolf? Buzzard. Okay. Buzzard should go in the bird pen. God, we have a lot of birds. We got to figure out what we're doing with them later. Nope, not non-grazing. What am I doing? What am I doing? Non-pastured. Get the buzzard in. Puppies and kittens and dogs, oh my, no one cares about. So that really leaves a monkey, a wolf, and a dingo. I don't remember where we were putting the dingoes. The wolves are up here. I remember wolf. Long may they breed. Another male wolf. Dingoes. Were dingoes in this? Dingoes do go up here. And what does that leave for me? A monkey. I'm going to put the monkey up here. Like, what the hell am I going to do with the monkey? We have a lot of animals up here to either just die or to perhaps defend themselves aggressively. Is there a bird up? Oh, we're saving. I think we have at least one push from earlier, so I'm going to do it. I don't want to hit the button while saving. Oh, it already saved. I was about to say, I don't want to cause a crash. What do we have? We have one. Boop. Ba-dip-boo. Ba-dip-boo. Don't twist on me now. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh. You're always behind by like 1 second. Because those pop up like every 30 minutes, don't they? Let me get back in position. All right, first of all, first one completed. And then CJ, who are my relations? Dragoman, who are my relations? What are you called, CJ? I always forget. CJ. Ba-doo. Fighter of the nut, CJ. CJ, you are... First of all, you're an atheist. You don't believe in any god. Second of all, CJ, you are friends with Coca-Cola 5. That's about it. We don't know who the hell the rest of these people are. So your only friend is Coca-Cola 5. Dragoman. What did I just do? Why did I switch to saying inactive? I hit X. What do you mean remove worker? What did I just do? What the fuck did I just do? I don't know what I did. Dragoman, you... I didn't think about this. Dragoman, your husband is a meat packer. You have a daughter, and you pray to Rash. Rash is a female dwarf associated with deformity, disease, blight, and death. You have 2 friends, but they are unnamed dwarves that we don't care about. Magna Dracomon. Dragnomon. Magna Dracomon. Yeah, Dracomon. Magna Dracomon. You have no relations. You have no religion. Your only friend is DV Music. Remember, we are at the beginning of history, so a lot of dwarves did not develop with full families. Oh no, what did you do to me? Something. You doing them just reminds me to queue up another set. Your husband's a meat packer. No wonder you're a bit moody. At least you haven't died. Oh, at least you haven't died. Yes, bring that up at some point. By the way, our idlers are back up again. You know what that means? Time to clear out more hallways. Get this ugly stone out of here. Thank you. As they haul up and down more stone. Because don't forget, I mean, admittedly, directly, we haven't had too much going on. But behind the scenes, we've been excavating out our base and removing dirt from our halls. We're going to channel that out. And also, gotta safely channel that. Go upstairs. Oh my god, how much do I have to get rid of? Go away. Like, I'm just trying to remove the dirt that's in the way. Damn trees are getting in my way more than anything. I'm gonna have to see if there's like been an update or something to make Armok Vision work again. Because mine just stays in a loading screen. You did build this on a mountain. Not entirely. I built the base on a mountain, which I channeled away effectively. I'm building the hole next to a mountain. Just because some parts of it happen to include the base of the mountain does not mean that I built this in a mountain. I have built this next to a mountain. There just happens to be a bit of overlap. Those damn trees. And as a matter of fact, I don't even think this... Does this qualify as a mountain? Because it's a volcano. If it's a volcano, I'm genuinely don't know. If it's at all a volcano, does it still count as a mountain? I mean, volcanoes are like Mount Vesuvius, right? So yes, it is still a mountain. Otherwise, why would it have the title of Mount? The hole is down there. Boom. Volcanoes are basically hollow mountains. Yeah, directly adjacent to mountain. So this is adjacent to a tectonically active earth pimple. Mount St. Helens. Yeah, I guess if their title is Mount, then I guess it is still called a mountain, even if it is a volcano. Also, there's a bird that's in there wrong. I've been eyeballing you. We have some birds up here, and they shouldn't be. I think I was trying to give the birds down below some space. Here's what I'm going to do. The giant birds, I want them in here. I want them separate from outside, but I don't want them bothering my birds down below. So I'm going to say giant, and we'll transfer all flying birds to this entrance. I forgot you idiots named that animal. That confused the shit out of me. Halo wombat involved. You guys are such dicks. Cardinal, sparrow. Any more birds? Sparrow. Chipmunk's not a bird. Giant possums. Oh, looks like the wombat's been having babies. We have wombat joeys. Now we've got Halo 2, 3, and 4. Cougars. I know we have more birds. Stop lying to me. Wolf pups. The wolves are having babies. Buzzard, crow, buzzard, fly, cardinal. All right, we're back up top. All right, bring all the giant birds up here instead. The Lonely Mountain was also a volcano. That's because it was originally the area for random giant animals before you started making group areas. Yep. Mountain ranges are often just fault lines because not all volcanoes leave good ranges like Hawaii. What was that alert for? Oh, yeah. We slaughtered the starving panda boar. I'm sure he's super sad. Thousands of drinks. The drink system is working. Essentially, at this point, we don't even need hunters. Like, we're kind of just stealing the elves' animals just to eat them. What? Some leggings were misplaced. Didn't we get you buried? No, I forgot. I built the damn coffins. We never installed the damn coffins. Some might call that a faux pas. There we go. Let's get them installed so we can get this dude buried so we can stop haunting me. Also, how have we not picked up these stones yet? Why are we not picking up these stones? Because they're gems. Gems do not belong in a stone pile. I suppose that makes sense. Also, what? Why did you not get smooth? The entire area got smooth except you. You look ugly. Stop being ugly. Throws a red orb into the volcano because he's not sure if there's a heat run or a groudon in your volcano. Yes, please. Please destroy the world so we can see. We do need to steal some more, but we got to train them up again. Like the dude, like, first of all, we might need to get more dwarves into the military. But second of all, we've got to get more armor or something. I cannot believe they're not the issue is they're not legendary at like armor use and dodging and shit. So they occasionally die, which is driving me bonkers. What do we have for Squad A in terms of equipment? We have 2 openings, by the way, in Squad A. Work with me, game. I'm going to take off these 2, the Axe Lords, and put them in here. Because Squad A is set up with gear the entire way down. So I can tell what the hell's happening in Squad A. We need... They're claiming they know what the hell they're doing, but I don't believe them. I need head. I need leg. I need hand. I need feet. I need head to feet. Okay. What do I have already? I have artifacts that aren't being used. What are my artifact helms? And why aren't they being used? Leather makes sense. Buckler, chest, hammer, another helm, and a cap. All right, I guess that makes sense. No one's using them because they're not as good as metal. All right, if that is what I need, Magma Forge, armor, iron, helm. Let's crank out 10 iron helms so we can stop worrying about having to get head. After that, we'll work on legs. Well, no. I'm assuming head is how the horse killed us. It had to have been the horse kicked our dude in the head. That is the only way that makes sense. Randomly enjoyed a tutorial for Zomboid. No tutorial finished. Off you go into the world. What? When are they gonna release freaking their game for the multiplayer? Their patch 41 or whatever. There's now 2 beta trees that you can subscribe to that are the exact same patch, but they've not released anything for the game for you to do it like multiplayer. How are you gonna have that many versions but not have multiplayer? It's driving me crazy. All right, back down here. Takud the Swordmaster bestowed the name some name upon an iron short sword. Well, bet if we look at all these names, they're gonna be like stupid, half cringy things like Widow's Wail or something. All right, the area up above. I was clearing you out. Let's clear out some more. That did not work. I'm on, oh, because I'm looking one too far up. I'm like, I hit channel. I hit channel, the game ignored me. Channel that down again. While that is happening, we have to worry about down here as well. I will channel, careful where they're building, don't want to interrupt that. I'll channel here to build that back up. And we must remove the old floor that we did. I'll focus deep into the corners first. Maybe if I'm on the right Z level, that might help. If I order things that people can touch. So we can get that at least trimmed back. So we can start revealing the magma tube. Now, I want to get those stones out as well. I'm going to remove this wall. Going to build over this wall, this floor, so we can get these stones out. Once we do, I'm going to try to see if I can safely start diverting some magma over. Because the whole point of this is that this outer area is magma. So let's start filling it up. Guinea pigs are starving. How? Where the fuck did I put the guineas? Didn't we fix this? Didn't I just No, I didn't. I put the guineas on stone because I got the whole thing backwards and forgot what they were doing. All right, you stupid, stupid guinea pigs. How about this? This area right here. This has got to be enough for the guinea pigs. How much can a guinea eat? They can't eat that much, right? Here I was thinking I was being smart. I did the exact opposite thing I needed to be doing. All right, let me think about... We're kind of close enough. I don't think the actual timelines matter. We're about 4 hours in. So, for those of you on the archive channel, assuming this recording works correctly, thank you so much for watching.